It's rivalry football time.
It's a great time. We prepared hard and we're ready.
The Riverton Wolverines, the Lander Tigers, a battle for Fremont County bragging rights.
We're talking about 8-0. All we want to do is win. We're good enough. We just got to keep working in practice, and we can do it. I know we can.
To get us ready for it, this is the Porter's Tailgate Show. Here are the voice of Riverton Sports, Jared Anderson, and the voice of Lander Sports, Scott Fuller.
And a good Friday evening, everyone. Welcome inside Bill Bush Stadium in Lander for the 129th ever meeting between Riverton and Lander Valley High Schools. They call it Keeper of the Gold. And this game, over its long storied history, relatively few meetings, though, have been as anticipated as the matchup that we have for you tonight. The 5-0 Lander Tigers hosting the 5-1 Riverton Wolverines. I'm Scott Fuller. We've got all hands on deck for you tonight for County 10. Jason Peterson, Dalton Cruz, Mick Pryor helping out behind the scenes, and voice of the Riverton Wolverines, Jared Anderson, joins me in the broadcast booth throughout the game tonight. Jared, after about 0 week, and certainly after the first week of the game, we started thinking, Keeper of the Gold, this one's shaping up to be interesting. All roads went in the right direction that we were hoping for both teams, and we have one of the more exciting matchups in this rivalry in recent years, and perhaps even longer than that tonight.
It has been a while since we've had a Riverton Lander game with this much at stake, Scott. It's always a great game, and it's always an anticipated one, but even more so this year. The winner of this game is going to be atop the 3A East. The winner of this is in the driver's seat for home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which is a huge deal, of course. And, two teams that are excelling on the football field this year. Riverton meeting those expectations that were set in place a couple years ago when Coach Mark Lenhart came in. Didn't know really what to expect with Lander a couple of years ago with their new coaching crew, but they have surpassed any expectations coming into this year and are certainly one of the teams to beat in 3A football. So if you're a Fremont County football fan, it does not get any better than this. A rivalry game, beautiful night with everything on the line.
A lot of eyes around the state on this matchup as well, one of the premier matchups in the entire state tonight. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, and coming up we're going to hear from players from both teams, thoughts from the coaching staff, starting lineups, and more. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes, and this is County 10's coverage of the Keeper of the Goal game presented by Gambles.
The Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road. Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
The Porter's Tailgate Show continues now on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Thanks to Porter's Supply Company making our pregame coverage possible. 129th Keeper of the Gold game coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. The Riverton Wolverines coming off of an impressive win at home last week against the Buffalo Bison, 41-12. Lander Tigers coming off of an impressive win against Douglas last week on homecoming night here at Bill Bush Memorial Stadium. Lander knocked off Douglas 35-14. After that homecoming win, McPryor caught up with a couple of deserving Tigers, including lineman Caleb Hamilton and running back Cody West. Here's how those post-game conversations with the two Tigers would go.
Defensive tackle Caleb Hamilton, a Hudson Outlaw, as it were, so a fellow Hudson Outlaw, on the horn here. So Caleb, what were you thinking going into this game? Seeing, you probably saw a little bit of tape. You got a little bit of information from your coaches on what to expect from Douglas. I'll tell you, the interesting part we got up here in the booth right before the game was this was kind of a walking wounded team. A lot of starters and key players were out, and so we were looking at second string and everything else. But what did you see that Douglas did really well this game?
Douglas did really good on, they worked as a team. They weren't too cheap. We thought they'd be a little more chippy and a little more aggressive, but we all played fair, and they all, even though they lost number 77 to their collarbone injury, they still played all together, and as a good Dutch team.
Gotcha. So as you were from a defensive standpoint, what did you you got a couple of really good tackles in there, and a couple of almost swats, with your compatriot Romer. Oh, yeah. And what are you looking forward to going into the Riverton game?
Riverton game, I'm looking forward to beating them again. I want to beat them. I've beat them my freshman year. I want to get back to it. And then if we just keep up this work, we have a good shot. I believe we can go 8-0 this year. I'm really impressed with how our team's working out.
I'll tell you what, guys, I like looking at what happened last week in Torrington, and that was kind of the jump ball. We hadn't seen Torrington. They're on the far end of the state. It's a long dang drive. And ultimately, I think these guys were Douglas was probably a little bit more evenly sized relative to the, I'm not going to call them squirts, but they weren't exactly built up in the same way that you guys are.
Yeah, it was definitely more difficult with these bigger dudes. We had to learn how to block better. We had misses here and there, but I think we can work through practice and we'll fix those up, and I think we'll take a good shot at Riverton.
Oh, that's excellent. Caleb Hamilton, I appreciate it. We're going to turn it over to Cody West here and see what else, see what other insights we have. So give that kid the headset here, and way to go. And we'll see you next week at Riverton. We're looking for some big plays from you. All right, that was Hudson Outlaw and Lander Tiger Caleb Hamilton. You played both sides of the ball, but boy, you had a lot of great touches there offensively. What were you seeing, and what have you been adjusting to all week? In anticipation of this Douglas starting defense.
Definitely we faced a lot of adversity last week because we lost starting running back Braden Baker, and so I had to go in there and just fill his shoes, and I just saw where everybody was blocking and just followed them, and if there's people rushing in, I'd run the other way, spin out of tackles, and just keep going. Just run as hard as I can.
Just out of curiosity, I see you moving through the lanes and adjusting fairly, a little bit more nimbly, than some of your other running back peers. So, what are you seeing in that? What are you looking for? How far downfield are you looking as you are making that play across the line of scrimmage?
I'm looking downfield to the furthest defensive guy. I just want to make it past him and beat him downfield, and I just got to juke through everything and just run as fast as I can, and I want to beat everybody and go score. I'm looking for that touchdown.
So let me ask you, just preference-wise, I realize it's more of a Coach Burton type of preference, but, when you're handed the ball, do you prefer those outside runs or those inside runs? Because you're pretty good at both.
Oh, this one's tough. I definitely think I like the inside runs because I can bounce to either side. if they'll blitz on one side and I'm supposed to run to the right, I can still run to the left and dodge and weave through all the chaos. Other than an outside run, I can just go one way. But it's also nice because I got my big guys out there blocking with me.
You have a solid. Starting up front line that is really working hard to break open some wide angles for you. So beyond Riverton, because I realize that is a big game, what other things are you thinking about as you progress in this season? So with this win, we put ourselves in a pretty good situation for at least one home field game in the playoffs, assuming everything continues to work in the fashion that we anticipate. If you can beat Riverton, that puts you in a 2-game at home type of situation, and I don't want to jinx you on that. But let me ask you. Talking about it with your teammates, what is the mindset that most of you guys are? It sounds like Coach Burton has driven in we need to live in the now. It's a death by attrition, a death by 1,000 cuts on the other team. But obviously, we're always thinking about the future. What are you and your teammates talking about outside of the game? In getting yourself into the mindset.
We're talking about 8-0. All we want to do is win, and that's it. We just want to beat everybody. We're good enough. We just got to keep working in practice, and we can do it. I know we can. We've got the people. We got the guys.
You do have the depth. You have the talent. You have the speed. You have the insight. I wish you the best of luck. We'll see you next week. So, Cody West, way to go.
Thank you so much.
Great game this game, and here's to another Lander win on a homecoming. 3-0 a homecoming, 5-0 on the season.
Thank you so much. We used to pray for times like this.
Give thanks.
Yes,
all
sir.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lander running back Cody West right there had an impressive game, 25 carries, 188 yards as the Tigers stay undefeated last week against Douglas. Heard from lineman Caleb Hamilton there with Mick Pryor before that. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show. We count you down to the 129th edition of the Keeper of the Gold Riverton-Lander rivalry game. Kickoff coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. On the way, we'll get into your Wolverine weekend, let you know some of the other sports going on at Riverton High School. We'll do the same for Lander in a few moments, too, as we count you down to kickoff here on 105.1 Jack FM, 1330 KOVE, and streaming video coverage tonight on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Looking to transform your home with that perfect mountain-inspired touch? At Altitude Interiors, we're your neighbors here in Lander, bringing decades of family expertise to every project. From stunning hardwood floors to stylish window coverings and custom cabinetry, we'll help you create the space you've been dreaming of. Experience the altitude difference at altitudeinteriors.net.
At Gales Carpet One Floor and Home, we believe every floor tells a story. As a family-owned business with deep roots in Fremont County, we don't just sell flooring. We create personalized solutions for your home. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwood, our expert team guides you through every step. Scan the QR code to learn more. Transform your space with confidence. At Gales Carpet One Floor and Home, we're here to wow you.
This is the Porter's Tailgate Show as we move closer to rivalry football tonight. Riverton and Lander, not only is the keeper of the gold trophy at stake, but the winner will be atop the 3A East standings. I'm Jared Anderson. This is your Wolverine weekend as we take a look at a lot of sports and activities going on at Riverton High School. We'll start our look at Riverton Cross Country. They were off to the Powell Invitational at the Powell Golf Course yesterday. The invite featured 12 different teams. Riverton boys would take 4th overall. Senior Marshall Walton led the way individually for the Wolverines, taking 8th place. Sophomore Ridge Riemann came in 11th. Senior Jamison Spradlin took 12th. The Riverton ladies took 7th overall as a team. The top individual placer was Samantha Crayons, who finished 41st. Haley Cooper, a sophomore, was 45th. Riverton girls swimmers were in a Lander on Thursday, part of the Lander Triangular with the Tigers and Rollins. No results have been supplied to us yet from that triangular invite. As soon as we get some, we'll pass them on to you at county10.com. Riverton Swimming goes to the Southeast Invitational at Cheyenne East High School on Saturday. That'll feature 11 4A teams, including all 3 Cheyenne schools, both Casper schools, both Gillette schools, Laramie, and Sheridan. Greta Roth is in her first year as head coach with the Riverton girls swim program. Talked about some of the toughest challenges taking over a varsity program.
Just balancing everything, learning all the ins and outs, and what I need to do to, scheduling buses and checking kids out of school to go to these meets and things like that. And then, also time away from my family. But I've got a good babysitter at home. So my oldest babysits, and it's perfect. It's been working out really well.
Moving on to Riverton volleyball. Lady Wolverines are 6-16 overall, 1-1 in conference play. They were swept by Cody on Tuesday, 18-25, 16-25, and 24-26. They are at Evanston tonight. So we'll try to get a score for you on the broadcast before we wrap up this evening. Riverton volleyball goes to Green River on the 14th. Next home game for the Lady Wolverines is Pink Night Breast Cancer Awareness Fundraiser as they host Evanston on Thursday the 16th. Riverton High School Band Director Andy Peaks and the Wolverine Marching Band continue to practice for the state marching band competition. That's coming up on Saturday the 18th at the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper. Riverton band members coming off of back-to-back superior rating performances. We'll see if they can three-peat. FFA gearing up for the National Convention in Indianapolis, October 28th through November 1st, and Riverton Speech and Debates will be off to their first event of the year coming up on November 7th and 8th at Rock Springs. It is a busy time of year at Riverton High School. This has been your Wolverine Weekend on the Porter's Tailgate Show, made possible by Porter's Supply Company in Riverton. Coming up in 60 seconds, we're going to cross the county and do the exact same thing. We'll tell you about the Tiger Weekend and some of the other sports going on at Lander Valley High School as we count you down to the Keeper of the Gold rivalry football game. 129th edition is on the way. You can watch with us on County 10's YouTube channel.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Porter's Tailgate Show is on the air, 105.1 Jack FM, your home for the Wolverines, 1330 a.m. KOVE, your home for the Lander Tigers, your home for both tonight if you want to watch with us on the County 10 YouTube channel. Scott Fuller and myself, I'm Jared Anderson, will have the call for you tonight right here on the County 10 Sports Network. Glad you're along. If you're making the commute over to Bill Busch Stadium right now, remember to drive safely. We want you to get here safe and sound and cheer on whomever you're rooting for this evening. Well, just a moment ago, we had the opportunity to learn a little bit more about what's happening at Riverton High School in your Wolverine Weekend. Let's take a look at your Tiger Weekend now, taking a look at some of the other sports and activities going on at Lander Valley High School. We'll start on the cross-country side of things with the Tigers as well. They were also off to the Powell Invitational yesterday at the Powell Golf Course. Lander girls took 6th overall. Their top finisher was junior Savannah Taylor, who individually finished 34th. Blue Blackburn, a senior, came in 35th, and Nora Strike, just a freshman, finished 40th for the Lady Tigers. Boys cross-country team got 7th overall in Powell, but a great race by Logan Milik. Logan taking 4th place individually. The senior doing well there. Braden Artery, a sophomore, finished 33rd. A lot of Lander sophomores here to tell you about. Artery, again, a sophomore, was 33rd. Corbin Eddy, a sophomore, just a step behind him at 34th. And Ryan Robinson, another one of those sophomores, took 38th. Tiger cross-country team goes to regionals next week. They will be at the state competition in Cheyenne on the 25th. So postseason cross-country right around the corner. Lander volleyball has begun the year 8-17 overall. They're looking for their first win in the 3A West, currently 0-4. Lander will have an opportunity to play a lot of conference opponents this weekend. The conference duels going on in Worland today and tomorrow. Today they play the host Worland team, and they'll play Lovell this evening. Tomorrow they take on Powell and number 1 3A Cody. In Lander girls swimming, we'll back up to a week ago. Last Friday, Lander ladies won a triangular event versus Cody and Worland, dominating the field there. Scored 461 total team points. Cody was second with 294, just for reference there by how large that differential was. Then they'd go to the Pinnacle Invitational in Pinedale, compete against 9 teams in the pool. Lander ladies won that with 261 total points. Jackson was a close second, though, at 254, so kind of neck and neck there. Lander did win 6 events in the pool to pull away from Jackson. Tigers did host a triangular yesterday with Riverton and Rollins at the Bruce Cresley Aquatic Center. Still have seen no scores from that. If we get any, we'll update you as soon as we do. It'll be a rematch with the Jackson ladies in the pool this Saturday at the Lander Scramble event, though. That'll be very interesting to see how Lander and Jackson stack up against one another in the pool again this weekend. Senior night for the football team going to be observed tonight here in the rivalry match. Hard to believe, last regular season home game of the year. Tigers, with that win against Douglas last week, have now put themselves in a good position to host at least the first round of the playoffs, maybe more. We'll see what transpires here the last 3 weeks of the regular season. That next game for Tiger football, by the way, a road trip to Rollins. That is a Thursday night game, so make a mental note of that to plan to cheer on your Tigers next Thursday. Scott and Mick will be at Rollins for that one, and then they'll be at Buffalo to conclude the regular season on Friday the 24th. This has been your Tiger Weekend, a look at all things Lander Valley High School athletics. Coming up on the Porter's Tailgate Show, we'll chat with an outstanding Wolverine senior who has been a force on the offensive line and the defensive line. We chat with senior Caden Liebrick coming up here in just a few moments. The 129th Keeper of the Gold rivalry game coming up on 105.1 Jack FM, KOVE 1330 AM, and streaming video coverage on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Join the fun. Chat about the game on County 10's YouTube channel.
Porter's Tailgate Show continues from Bill Bush Memorial Stadium in Lander, getting you closer to the 129th playing of one of the best rivalries in Wyoming high school sports. Jared Anderson and Scott Fuller with you. Yesterday had the opportunity to go to Wolverine practice, catch up with a guy that's been a force on the team all season long. He is defensive tackle and offensive tackle, Caden Liebrick.
Obviously a big week of practice. How's the last few days been for you?
Last few days have been way good. Practice has been, clicking with all the guys, and it's going good, really.
You obviously have been around long enough to have a lot of experience against this Lander team. What are some of your memories through the years, even going back to middle school? What do you remember about going head-to-head against Lander?
Yes, sir. Lander week for practice is definitely fun, but we definitely prepare for them. And then just the game in general was fun. Like me and Gavin, we've been good buddies, so during track, so.
What do you know about the Tigers this year? They're off to a really good start. What do you know about them, and how are you going to be successful on Friday?
Yes, sir. They're undefeated season, really. We try to stay ahead of that. That shouldn't be in our heads. So we just try not to think about that and play our best through practice in the game.
How are you feeling individually at this point? Are you week 6, been in the trenches through most of it? Are you banged up at all?
No, honestly, surprisingly not. Last year, the first 2 weeks, I hurt my Achilles, so this year I've been clean, so feels good to not be injured.
Gotcha. How tall are you actually?
I'm 6'5".
You're 6'5".
On the little stat sheet, I'm 6 foot 240. So
I was gonna say, I don't think you're actually 6 foot, especially standing next to you. But looking at you on the line, awesome. Where's that height come from?
Definitely my grandparents. My parents aren't the tallest at all, so it comes from my grandparents for sure.
What side of the ball do you like being on better? You like playing offensively or defensively?
Honestly, defensively. I like the different guys on defense and just getting hands on people, so I think it's more fun on defense.
You guys have been very physical and very good all season long, but I think back to that Douglas game, how many times you pressured the quarterback and got after him really well. Is your D-line kind of gelling as a unit? Because it feels like when you're not there, Paxton or somebody else makes a play.
Oh yeah, definitely. People are in the backfield, and that's the goal, of course. This game is to be in the backfield every play. So,
gotcha. NFL college football fan?
No, I don't pay attention to all that.
So no team, no favorite player?
No, sir.
All right. I know. Are you a wrestler too?
No, I do track.
Oh,
I throw, shot, and run the 100.
Gotcha. All right. Is there anything in track you can take away to football? Is there anything that correlates between those two sports?
Honestly, no, not really. Track is definitely a slowed down sport compared to football. So,
gotcha. Any pregame superstitions? Anything you have to do the day of the game to get your mind right?
I definitely lock in with my music. Maybe eat a little snack before the game. Nothing too unhealthy, of course. So,
gotcha. What are you listening to?
A little bit of everything, really. I like chill music, a little bit of rap here and there. So, try to get in the zone.
All right. Best rapper of all time is?
Let's see. Honestly, I like Kendrick. Kendrick's good. I like Kendrick.
I like Kendrick too. All right. Best of luck. We're rooting for you, but it's been fun watching you all season long. Thanks for taking a few minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Elevate Rehab proudly sponsors our local student athletes and their families in Fremont County. We are honored to play a key role in our Tiger athlete success both on and off the field, and always partner one-on-one from your first visit to your last to coach you to victory. From sports injuries, aches and pains, to recovery from surgery or concussion, trust Elevate's specialized crew to dive into your goals, sprint with you to the finish line, and help elevate you to the top of the podium. Check us out at our Lander Main Street location or visit our webpage online. Go Tigers!
Coverage of the 129th Keeper of the Gold game continues now on County10.com.
Welcome back to Bill Bush Stadium and the Porter's Tailgate Show ahead of Riverton and Lander in the Keeper of the Gold game, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply
game number 7 in Lander.
Riverton. Also Casper, by the way, for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. We are about 12 and a half minutes away from kickoff. Let's do a brief season summary for both of these teams. Both Riverton and Lander having excellent seasons. Lander 5-0 on the year, Riverton 5-1. So let's take a look at how these two teams arrived at a combined 10-1 on the season so far. Wolverine's lone loss of the year came week 1 to Cody. Worth noting, by the way, even in that Cody loss, the Wolverines still managed, I double-checked this, I think it's right, Jared, 648 yards of total offense in a loss to Cody. Riverton's victories came over Powell, Evanston, Green River, Douglas, and most recently, Buffalo. Lander shared many of the same common opponents, a few of them anyway. Tigers' 5 wins have come over Green River, Powell, Evanston, Torrington, and last week a win over Douglas right here in Lander. Mentioned Riverton's ability to move the ball against a tough opponent earlier in the season like Cody, even in that loss. Interesting matchup on paper in a lot of ways between these two teams offensively. on the season numbers anyway. RHS and Lander rank 2 and 3 in 3A on the season in rushing offense, and they are within 3 yards per game of each other. They're also ranked 2 and 3 in 3A in total team offense, Riverton averaging about 450 yards per game, Lander at 399 per game on the year. They're also ranked 3 and 4 on rush defense on the season. So, Jared Anderson, voice of the Riverton Wolverines. Games are not played on paper, but there's a lot to like aside from the records in what should be an even matchup in the stat sheet.
Yeah, going through team stats earlier in the week, taking a look at both of these teams and then watching them on film to just try to get the gut feeling of how they're going to stack up with one another. It's very similar, and like we said in the onset here of the Porter's Tailgate Show, I don't remember a Riverton-Lander game where, at least in the most recent history of this 129-game series, you've gone into it going, this is about as 50-50 as it gets. Lander dominated for a few years, 2019 to 2023. Riverton came up on the correct end of the scoreboard for Wolverine fans the last 2 years pretty handily. But this one is very interesting. And yeah, Riverton maybe with a slight step advantage offensively. Lander with a slight step advantage defensively. So far, both teams have been excellent in special teams regards. So on paper, this should be spectacular.
This is one of the best matchups in the state as we look across 3A. Another might be Cody and Star Valley. They're approaching halftime, and the latest we have for the 1 and 2 teams in 3A is 7-0 Star Valley, I believe. Currently, that game being played in Cody. So that's worth keeping an eye on as well. But after Cody and Star Valley, the eyes of Wyoming high school football on this matchup with number 3 ranked Riverton and the 4th ranked Lander Tigers. Let us take a break here in a moment on the Porter's Tailgate Show. First, Dave Lipson with our game day forecast.
For the forecast for game number 7 in Lander this evening, skies will be partly to mostly cloudy. It appears that any showers will stay away from the playing field during the game as they will remain well to our south and west. Winds at kickoff time will be out of the south-southwest at 7 to 10 miles per hour and then decrease to 5 to 7 miles per hour by 9 p.m. The temperature at kickoff time will be 70 degrees and then cool off to 64 degrees at 9 p.m. The relative humidity at kickoff time will be 42% and then increase to 52% by 9 p.m. And as always, we will be monitoring the radar and satellite during the game. I'm meteorologist Dave Lipson.
Thank you, Dave. Latest update from Dave Lipson about an hour ago is not likely to see any precip here in Lander. That's what we were looking for. Appreciate the update, Dave. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes, and thanks for watching and listening to County 10's coverage of the Keeper of the Goal game, presented by Gambles.
Happens, and sometimes it leaves a dent. At Northside Body Shop in Lander, we meet by accident, but we fix your vehicle with purpose. From minor dings to major collision repair, our expert team gets you back on the road and brings your car back to its original beauty. Trust the specialists who treat every vehicle like a classic. Northside Body Shop. Come see us at 323 North 2nd Street in Lander.
Welcome to Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Welcome back to Lander, Keeper of the Gold game. About 7:20 away from kickoff between Riverton and Lander. 10-1 record between these two historic rivals. And another 129th edition of Keeper of the Gold here in Lander this year. And we've got more to come in the Porter's Tailgate Show. Starting lineups are not too far away. Right now, Jared Anderson had a moment to catch up with Riverton head football coach Mark Lenhart. This is what that sounded like.
Coach Lenhart, first of all, how was your week of practice and the short bus ride this time over?
It was a good week of practice. You know, I think anytime you play a game like this, you hold on to the stuff that you've been doing well, and then there's always going to be some new wrinkles that
took time for us to, a lot of time to work on, and both teams will be thoroughly scouted, and I think it should be a lot of fun. In terms of the bus ride, it was nice. There wasn't much time to break down, so we made it over just fine.
I saw RPD out in front of you. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they had reached out to us and asked, and I was like, yeah, we'd love to have that happen, so that was a lot of fun.
Awesome. I'm sure Lander's been working on a few new wrinkles in practice this week. I'm sure you have too, but is there any mystery with these two teams? These kids at least know each other pretty well off the field in a lot of respects. Is there much mystery?
I don't think so. I think for the most part, in terms of personnel, people have a pretty good idea of who can do what. And, obviously a sad deal for them with Braden Baker. Never want to see that happen to a young man. And, my condolences go out to them because, man, that's just a tough deal your senior year, and unfortunate for sure. And so, that's one of those things where, you just hope he gets healthy and he can get back to playing baseball, because I know that's what he really likes to do.
Speaking of injuries, I see Caden with a cast. It's kind of attrition season. How do you weather through that?
Yeah, you just got to hope you're developing your JV guys. I mean, that's one thing that we've done a nice job of this year is our JV's played 7 football games already, and or maybe 6. And, we've only lost once to East sophomores, and so they've had some success, and they're getting a lot of good playing time. And so that's what you're trying to do, is develop those guys, because, like you said, it is a war of attrition, and Caden Arnold won't play tonight. Just a really unfortunate incident in practice, but I think there's a chance we will have him moving forward. But just by the time we could get it figured out about what exactly was wrong and then a remedy for it, he hadn't practiced much, and I'm a big believer in, unless it's the last game of the year, we're in playoffs, don't play guys who don't practice, because it's just, you're putting them at a disadvantage both physically and mentally.
You've handled a couple of fairly emotional games well at Douglas. I know there was a lot of tension there, homecoming last week. This one's a big one. It's going to be a packed house. How do you keep your guys focused?
One thing we did is we went the little college approach. We went and we blared the speakers all day at practice, this week, and we just want to try and make it as chaotic at practice as we possibly can, so they're prepared when the game time comes. And so I don't think there's anything you can do to ever just completely prepare. We're going to make some mistakes. They're going to make some mistakes. It's going to come down to the team that capitalizes on those mistakes and limits them and doesn't put themselves behind the sticks. I think penalties are going to be a big part of the game tonight, and, and special teams always.
All right, Coach, appreciate it as always. Good luck.
Thanks, Jared. Appreciate it.
Riverton Wolverines head coach Mark Lenhart, as we are about 3.5 away from the start of Riverton and Lander. Team captains from both units headed to the 50-yard line for a coin toss. See if we can sneak in starting lineups for both teams. As expected by the coaching staffs, for Riverton head coach Mark Lenhart, Wolverines are led by senior quarterback Blake Gattenbein. Blake is a 65% passer on the season, 192 yards per game, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Offensive line in front of him, left to right, is Caden Liebrecht, Danny Clausen, Jr., Nick Hendricks at center, Taylor Eckhart and Aiden Sanchez on the right side in the guard and tackle position, respectively. Primary backs for RHS, senior Hunter Saltzgaver and junior Braden Martin. Saltzgaver with 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, best in the state in 3A anyway, and averaging 157 yards per game, also number 1 in 3A. But RHS fans know he will be involved not just from the backfield, but all over the field on both sides of the ball. Riverton wideouts are Clay Sheets, Peyton Larson, Eric Smith, sophomore Dane Cox at tight ends. Defensively, typically for Riverton, you'll see Cox, Eckhart, and Liebrecht up front, helped on the edges by Cameron Vincent and Braden Martin. Aiden Sanchez at middle linebacker. The corners are a combination of Sheets, Saltzgaver, and Eric Smith, and Peyton Larson at safety. For the homestanding Lander Valley Tigers and head coach Jim Burton, Paxton Hollingshead at quarterback, one of the more efficient passers in 3A this year. 150 yards passing per game, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception on the season. Offensive line in front of him, left to right, is Taj Prine, Gus Childers on that left side. Corbin Fiddler plays center. Caleb Hamilton and Gavin Romer, one of the better right sides of an offensive line in 3A at guard and tackle. Behind Hollingshead in the backfield tonight starts number 30, Cody West. West had been involved in the Lander run game all season long, but now a knee injury to Braden Baker in Torrington, sidelining their star running back. West, next man up, gets the start. He is backed up by Cole Espinoza. Lander wideouts are Caleb Andrews, Darian Herford out wide. Finn McFadden and Parker Burton primarily work from the slot. Sawyer Nikazel is tight end for the Tigers. Defense, Lander runs almost exclusively a 3-4. Taj Prine, Cody West at nose tackle tonight. Keep an eye on that. Caleb Hamilton up front. Gavin Romer, Corbin Fiddler help on the outside. Linebackers are Childers, Espinoza, Herford, Nikazel. In the corners are McFadden, Hollingshead, Andrews. Might see some of number 1 Oliver Frank in the game tonight. Hollingshead most of the safety. And those are your starting lineups. Time for the national anthem. National anthem, the last thing to do here pregame prior to the 129th meeting between Riverton and Lander in the keeper of the goal game. We have a packed house on both sides of Bill Bush Stadium. Good crowd here on the home side for the Lander Tigers. Band is present as well. A lot of people watching from the fence along the concession stand area there too. Riverton, no surprise, traveling well. By far the most packed the visiting side has been for a game, but no surprise, Jared Anderson there.
It's kind of a short trip over here from Riverton. Not bad at all, not by comparison to other Wyoming trips. But when it's Riverton and Lander, you can bet that both fan bases will be here. And just a bunch of county onlookers, too, honestly. The only other Fremont County game going on in Ethity tonight. So I bet there's a lot of impartial fans filling up the stands here just to check this one out.
Set to go. Porter's Tailgate Show concluding, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton. Your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's, proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Good to have you with us on the radio and watching wherever you might be watching from across Fremont County or wherever it is that you are for the Keeper of the Goal game. Scott Fuller and Jared Anderson excited to bring this one to you. We've been looking forward to this game for several weeks. It worked out exactly as we hoped in terms of the team's performance. See what we got here is the Riverton Wolverines will kick off from right to left. Lander set to return. Back deep is Finn McFadden, and kicking duties, Hunter Saltzgaber, I believe. He is a man of many talents, Jared.
There are not many plays Hunter is not on the field for. He does kickoffs. He'll be the place kicker and the field goal kicker. Defensive back, and, of course, Riverton's running back.
Saltzgaber has it teed up. Boots it away, and the 129th Keeper of the Gold is underway on a beautiful night from Lander, Wyoming, and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lander starting 1st and 10 from the 20.
You get the feeling with both of these kickers, we might see a lot of offensive drive start from their own 20.
Both are very talented kickers, have a lot of distance. And I think until the teams know each other a little bit better, that's not a bad strategy, just to pin them deep, know what you got. So Lander again, 1st and 10 from the 20, following the Saltzgaber touchback. 5-0 Tigers, breaking the huddle with Paxton Hollingshead with a shotgun. He's got Cody West to his left, a couple of receivers bunched off the right. This is gift to Cody West. Right up the gut, falling forward for a solid gain of a couple. Actually give him closer to 4, second down coming up.
Good tag team effort in that Wolverine second level. Braden Martin there first. Cameron Vincent coming on to help out the tackle. Two of the leading point guys defensively for these 5-1 Wolverines.
Was a 4-yard run there for Cody West. Expected to be Lander's bell cow tonight as much as they do want to run. Second down and 6 coming up from the 24 with Hollingshead from the shotgun. Cody West again to his left. Again a give to Cody. Starts to look right side. Now dives up the middle, falling forward for what should be a Tiger first down.
May not be the most explosive, pretty-looking plays, but anytime he can pick up 5 yards on the ground, it's going to work all night.
Lander wanting to establish something on the ground before they do anything else. Interesting listening to your conversation with Riverton head coach Mark Lenhart, and would imagine the Lander coaching staff feels the same. Kind of got to feel each other out here initially, and there's a lot on film with these two teams already. Hollingshead from the shotgun again. You'll see the same formation from the Tigers with a couple of receivers bunched to the right side, attached for right tackle, and Cody West is the deep back. We have a whistle and a flag, which appears to be against the Tigers before the snap.
Parker Burton coming in motion there, something before the snap, obviously.
That was a false start against the Tigers. Lander the first down early, now backing up 5. Takes the line of scrimmage to the 25-yard line. Hollingshead meets Lander head coach Jim Burton halfway to get the play call. And first down and 15 following the false start. You'll see the exact same formation again from Lander with a couple attached right, and Cody West to Hollingshead's left. He'll throw it into the flat, and over there on the left side to make the catch is Parker Burton. Parker Burton makes one Wolverine miss. Good pursuit defensively, negates anything further. Looks like a gain of 5.
Give kudos to Darian Herford there with the block as well. Well-designed play there. Only goes for maybe 3 on the catch, but I like the play call.
Sun starting to set over the winds in our distance, which is going to help our video audience. Beautiful setting here at Lander Valley High School, but that sun is brutal.
I was going to say, going to help me too. I need sunglasses.
Yep. Paxton Hollingshead has a couple of receivers either side now. This is play action to Cody West. Pax is going to throw off his back foot, nearly have it intercepted. In fact, that was a Riverton Wolverine interception. In there with the pick is Clay Sheets.
The official's going to confer here. That was really close to the Tiger sideline, but you called it. They're going to say that's Wolverine football. 50-50 ball really lobbed up there by Hollingshead, and a good play by Sheets to snatch it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hollingshead definitely did not step into that throw, and Clay Sheets with a great job of strong hands and high-pointing that ball, going up to time that perfectly defensively. Great coverage. Good job to finish the play. So Wolverines force a big turnover early on, and they'll have great field position at their own 46. Here come the Riverton Wolverines, led by quarterback Blake Gattenbein. See a lot of number 29, Hunter Soltzgaber, in this game as well. Wolverines with some momentum early. There's a tight formation on 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Gattenbein rolling right, steps up in the pocket to elude the pressure. Now a throw into the right flat for Dane Cox. And that's a solid gain of 6, maybe a little bit more on first down into Lander territory.
Good job by Blake going through his progressions there. It looked like he wanted initially kind of a home run pass way down the field looking for Clay Sheets, but Dane Cox staying home, checked down, and picks up 5 on first down.
Made eluding the pressure in the pocket look real simple with good footwork back there, too, from Riverton's quarterback. Actually going to say second and closer to 5. Ball is just over the 50-yard line for Riverton's second down and about 5. So be a gift to Soltzgaber off the left side. Ton of room for Hunter Soltzgaber around the corner to the 34. Knocked out of bounds right about there for a solid gain of almost 20, I believe. First down easily for the Wolverines.
Coming into this game, Hunter needed 58 yards to break the 1,000-yard mark for the season. Fully expect him to do that. He's got over 100 yards every game this season.
So since we are keeping track, that was a 15-yard run from Hunter Soltzgaber to the 34 of Lander. Solid start for the Wolverine offense after forcing a turnover on Lander's opening drive. Gattenbein under center. High formation is behind him. Soltzgaber dots it deep. Under center snap, gives to Hunter Soltzgaber. Breaks through the first line of Lander defenders across the 30 along the left side to about the 29. A gain of about 5.
A couple of Tigers did a nice job stringing out the defense there, including Hayden St. Clair, who came up with the big shot, but still a healthy gain on first down for Hunter.
8:22 and counting, still scoreless, but Riverton driving. On the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, 129th keeper of the gold, approaching halfway through the first quarter. And the Wolverines show a tight formation again. It's worked so far with Gattenbein under center. It's a give to Hunter Saltzgaber, hits the hole hard, keeps his feet moving past the 25-yard line, falls forward for what will be close to a first down for RHS.
Hunter's so good taking on that contact, but then churning his legs forward and falling forward at all times. Sometimes when he stood up at the line, it looks like he's going to be contained, and then he continues to muscle forward for 4 or 5 more, as we saw there.
RHS offensive line doing a great job on this opening drive, dealing with Landers 3-4, which can be pesky, but the Wolverines with a nice solid drive here to open the game. Gattenbein with an option pitch to Saltzgaber to the 20, 15, makes a couple of Tigers miss. Down to the 10-yard line for another Wolverine first down. See if it's first and goal. I think it will be right at about the 10-yard line. Yep, so it'll be first and goal for the Wolverines. With 7:27 to go in the first, Riverton trying to cap off this drive with some points.
Could not be a longer first and goal scenario to start here on first down, but Wolverines right at the 10.
This time a quarterback shotgun look for Gattenbein. Maybe some miscommunication on the mesh there, and that was read by Lander. After, not sure if Saltzgaber was intending to take a RPO or a fake there at all, but mesh didn't fool anybody, and it will be a short gain of maybe a football length. Still second and goal from the 10.
Yeah, great job by that Lander D-line. St. Clair there again, along with Gavin Romer and Hereford in on the play too. Looked like the play broke down a little bit there for Blake. Nothing doing.
Gattenbein has motion in front of him in the form of Clay Sheets. Gattenbein on the option this time to the left side. Pitch is to Saltzgaber. He's got the edge to the 10, 5. That is a touchdown for the Riverton Wolverines, but let's check the flag. Right about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Gage Treber with a block right there at the 3, right where that flag came in. And Lander, I'm thinking it's coming back.
So if they mark it off from the spot of the flag, that's going to be back to the 13-yard line. And we'll replay second down, but obviously the Tigers are going to take that. That was a Saltzgaber touchdown otherwise. They will mark the ball back to the 13-yard line. Second and goal coming up.
Looked like they got a hold there on Gage Treber, negating that Hunter Saltzgaber 10-yard run.
We'll see if Riverton wants to try something similar to that again, or dial up something entirely different. Gattenbein from the shotgun, 3 wide receivers wide side to the right. Gattenbein looking to throw, floats one over the middle, back of the end zone, incomplete. Third down and goal from the 13's coming up.
Great job all around in the secondary by Lander that time. Gattenbein's first read was on the left side to Dane Cox. That was shot off, tried to go over the middle, double coverage, and he wound up just kind of lobbing it out of bounds.
Tons of football left in this game, but this is a not unimportant, I would say, play in the first quarter. In a game like this, one offensive drive apiece for Riverton and Lander. RHS trying to punch it in from the 13. The first and goal from there with Gattenbein with a shotgun. He's got Saltzgaber to his left, trips to the right side. He's going to want one of those receivers out there in the right flat. That's caught by Dane Cox, but well short of the goal line. So fourth down coming up and a decision for head coach Mark Lenhart.
Very conservative call there, throw for 3 yards and not a lot of room. Ball will be down at the 10, and looks like they're going to bring on the field goal unit.
This again is Hunter Saltzgaber doing the kicking. This will be a 28-yard attempt from the right hash. Good snap, hold is good. And Saltzgaber's kick is perfect. 3-0. Riverton Wolverines strike first in the Keeper of the Gold game with 5:22 to go. Come on back for more Keeper of the Gold action brought to you by Gambles after this.
choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Who is RE/MAX All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with RE/MAX All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit remaxriverton.com.
Coverage of the 129th Keeper of the Gold game continues now on County10.com.
Riverton Wolverines on the scoreboard first with 5:22 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 RHS over Lander. On the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, Lander set to begin their second offensive possession of the game. First one resulted in an interception. We have Soltzgaver with the ball teed up, boots it away. Again, a healthy kick. Finn McFadden won't even think about it. Lets it go over his head for a touchback.
It is a hard thing to do to, at will, be able to boot the football in the back of the end zone, especially at the high school level. And Hunter's so good usually on being able to put that ball basically where he wants it.
That has been the strategy so far for RHS. Here goes Lander's second drive after the touchback, 1st and 10 from the 20. It is Hollingshead with a couple of receivers to his left, two to the right as well. Shotgun snap. Pack's throwing over the middle. He's got a receiver, but better defense by Eric Smith. Knocking that one away at the last moment, perfectly timed in the secondary.
Got a few Lander fans thinking he might have been there a shade early, as you tend to do when it's your team involved. But from here, at least, that looked like a great play from Eric coming over. I thought that was going to be an easy connection there first. Eric catching up behind the play. He is one of the quickest guys on this Wolverine team. Great multi-sport athlete, a guard in basketball, and a lot of fun to watch on the football field, too.
Now, a quick 2nd and 10 for Lander. Sends after swapping receivers. Send 3 wide receivers to the right. One of those is attached. Off right tackle, Cody West. Next to Hollingshead in the shotgun. West with the carry. He is stood up, gang tackled by a couple of Wolverines after a gain of maybe 3. 3rd and 7 coming up for Lander.
That is a fired up Cameron Vincent for Riverton. Gives Braden Martin a high five. Great crowd on hand here. I know you've mentioned that, but Tiger fans, students packing the stands on the near side. You might not be able to see that as well on your screen, but got a big spirited atmosphere and a lot of Riverton fans in standing room on the other side.
This is what you want to see for a cross-county rivalry game. Absolutely, regardless of the venue. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. 3 offensive yards on this possession. Hollingshead has Finn McFadden, who he sends in motion just off left tackle. Pax is looking for Finn initially, now floats it up just a little bit too far over the head of Caleb Andrews. So it's going to be 4th down, a quick 3 and out for the Lander Tigers on their 2nd offensive possession of the game.
Initially, Hollingshead did a great job of going low for that snap, getting away from pressure. Liebrick got past his guy and was putting some pressure on, but throw was too high for Andrews. Incomplete, and Riverton goes 3 and out.
Lander showing punt. Clay Sheets back deep to return for the Wolverines. Punt is actually going to be booted, it looks, from the 10. Riverton with a good chance at some field position. We'll see how the kick is, and then he returned by Sheets. That is a good kick, a little bit short. Sheets comes up to get it, and he is lit up over the 45-yard line. Down there first with Caleb Andrews. Clay Sheets with no fair catch indication at all. Head coach Mark Lenhart wanting some kind of explanation on giving the punt returner an opportunity to catch the ball anyway. I don't know how Clay Sheets held on to that.
he might not have had another choice. He got it kind of jammed in his sternum there. Clay has taken some hard shots as the Riverton guy. I've seen him take some massive hits over the last couple of years. I don't know if I've seen him take a bigger shot than that, though.
Boy.
Glad he got up.
Those guys who volunteer or enjoy returning punts are a little bit nutty anyway. Fortunately for the Wolverines, able to hang on to that ball. It is first down and 10 from about the 47-yard line. Gattenbein has a give to Saltzgaver on the left side, gets that first level, and gets up for a gain of about 6 yards. Long 5 maybe, second down coming up into the Tigers' territory.
All-time series history, by the way. Riverton leads Lander 65, 56, and 7. Early on, there were a lot of ties, including one that Randy Tucker wrote all about at County 10, which involved a eventual Fremont County sheriff.
Something tells me Randy's been fun at the coffee shop this week. It's a lot of fun for every football fan in Fremont County. Riverton has it in Lander territory on second down and 5. This is an underneath pitch up ahead to Dane Cox. Contacted initially, Cox with one more surge forward, so he'll get maybe a yard, but that's going to be it. Third down and a long 4 coming up for Riverton.
Another great hit by Darian Herford. Riverton likes that little shovel pass. They run the option a little bit. They kind of fake like they're going to option, shovel pass it. Dane Cox on the receiving end there. But a great job by Lander to shut it down.
Tigers crowd getting loud on third down and 4 from the 47. And head coach Mark Lenhart has asked for a timeout. That'll be his first. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here and recap a little of what's happened so far in the first quarter with 3:12 to go. I don't know if you're ready, Mick Pryor, for a little bit of a drive recap. Let's see what we got down there.
Sure, Scott. So in that first drive for the Tigers, remember they received 13 yards of net gain on 5 plays. There was one false start on that play. Total possession 226. In the second possession for Lander, the one we just saw, it was a 4 and out, 3 yards and a minute worth of possession. So all told, 3 minutes, 26 seconds of offense for the Tigers with 16 total yards.
That's perfect. Thank you, Mick. Mick Pryor helping us out. Irreplaceable on my Lander broadcast throughout the season. Couldn't do it without you down there. Keeping track of some stats, including drive charts. Out of the timeout, the Riverton Wolverines just took one prior to this 3rd and 4. And again, as you hear the cowbells and the home crowd for the Lander Tigers getting loud as we've heard it all season long, is under center is Gattenbein for the Wolverines. Play action fake with protection as he rolls right, throws back left across his body. That is incomplete. Intended for Saltzgaver. Good coverage down there from Parker Burton. 4th down coming up.
Blake took a shot at the end of that play. A couple of Tigers in there, and Blake was a little bit slow to get up, but does hop back up to his feet. Really, really great pursuit by the Lander defense, and Tigers feeling a little bit of momentum. Now we'll see if the offense can get some first downs together.
Wolverines up 3-0 with 3:06 to go in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. This will be a fake right up the middle. Go the Wolverines, and that is Braden Martin as Hunter Saltzgaver faked a bad snap over his head. Direct snap to Martin, and a first down on the fake punt conversion.
Well, we knew we were going to see some trickery coming into this one, and that may be on both sides, but a little bit surprised we see that so early on in this game as we battle for field position, but it pays off for Coach Lenhart and the Wolverines.
Just about the right spot on the field to try something like that at midfield, and the Wolverines with a fresh set following the fake punt. Big call in a big rivalry game. This will be a give to Saltzgaver, dancing over the 30. Contacted by the left side of that Tiger defensive line. Hunter with a good gain of about 4 or 5. Call it 4. 2nd down coming up.
Mentioned in the Porter's Tailgate show that Caden Arnold broke his hand in practice. Was kind of a freak play in practice he told me about before this one. Hopes to be back with a club on his hand next week, but Riverton both offensively and defensively short Arnold.
Gattenbein from the shotgun with 2 receivers either side. Blake loads one up, throw right side is caught. And a pretty pass, better catch down to about the 2-yard line is Peyton Larson getting behind the defense.
Yeah, you said it. Peyton made a great mid-air adjustment on that ball, going back against the direction of his body to reach back, pluck it out of the air, and Riverton knocking on the door.
This will be a big score for the Wolverines, all set up by a fake punt. Right about midfield a couple of plays ago. Now I would expect the Hunter Saltzgaber show for the Riverton Wolverines. You have first down and 10 from the 2-yard line. Lander sending up some additional help for their 3-4 up front. It is Gattenbein with a pitch to Saltzgaber right side. Forces cut back, puts his foot in the ground, is upended for actually no gain on the play. Lander's front three getting the job done on first down. Second and goal from the 2 coming up.
You don't see that 3 down lineman situation for a lot of defenses in Wyoming high school football, but Lander's so good at it, and those 3 are very stout, very tough individuals.
They are. I would say the heart and soul of the whole team, that unit, the front 3 of the defensive line. Second and goal again from the 2. Tight formation for the Riverton Wolverines. Trying to get in the end zone for the first time for either team. Gattenbein with a gift to Saltzgaber with that 4-hole on the right side, and he falls in for a Riverton touchdown. Wolverines are on the board first with a 2-yard Hunter Saltzgaber touchdown run. All set up by the fake punt. Fourth down and manageable. It wasn't fourth and long, but fooled everybody, at least enough to convert the first down. Wolverines pay it off with points. Saltzgaber with a PAT. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. 10-0. Riverton Wolverines on top here in the Keeper of the Gold game, presented by Gambles. Back right after this.
Happens, and sometimes it leaves a dent. At Northside Body Shop in Lander, we meet by accident, but we fix your vehicle with purpose. From minor dings to major collision repair, our expert team gets you back on the road and brings your car back to its original beauty. Trust the specialists who treat every vehicle like a classic. Northside Body Shop. Come see us at 323 North 2nd Street in Lander.
Welcome to Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Riverton Wolverines up 10 here in the 129th Keeper of the Gold game. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. RHS with a 10-0 lead. A drive that included a fake punt converted for the Riverton Wolverines. Get you a quick update from Mick Pryor on how that drive eventuated, Mick.
So, Scott, that was an 8-play drive. It was ultimately 52 yards of total offense, spanning 3 minutes 44 seconds, starting from the 46 of Riverton, ending in that touchdown.
Fake punt in there, thank you, Mick. Fake punt in there, converting on a fourth down. It's getting a little bit urgent for the Lander Tigers now. First down and 10 late in the first quarter from their own 20 following the touchback. This will be a gift to Cody West on a pull along the right side of the offensive line. West with a nice gain of 6 brings up second down.
Lander is sending Finn McFadden in motion that time. Almost looked like the same little screen pass we saw go to Parker Burton earlier on this quarter, but instead they fake the throw after the handoff to Cody West.
Got to always be aware where Finn McFadden is on the field, especially those guys in the secondary for Riverton. Not sure we're going to see a snap before the end of the first quarter, as we have 5 seconds remaining before the horn. 3, and now 2. That is the end of the first quarter. Riverton Wolverines making opportunities, taking advantage of the opportunities that were available to them. 10-0 on top of the Tigers after 1. This is County 10's coverage of the Keeper of the Gold game presented by Gambles.
For a trusted partner in your financial journey? At Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Back to more rivalry football. Here's Jared Anderson and Scott Fuller.
Thank you, John. Keeper of the Gold game, 129th edition here in Lander, with the Riverton Wolverines on top after 10-0. It'll be a second down play for the Tigers. Now they're moving right to left. This will be a screen to McFadden in the flat. Finn makes a couple of, at least one Riverton Wolverine tackler miss, but it's brought down shortly after maybe a gain. That's it. Third down coming up.
Yeah, didn't get vertical in time, but he did put a nifty move on to hop out of a would-be tackle there from Clay Sheets. Interesting third down here, and you don't want to be too dramatic when it's still just the first half, but I feel like if Lander needs some momentum, this would be one to pick up.
They've got receivers to the short side of the field, a couple of them, as Hollingshead is in the shotgun with Cody West, a couple of eligibles attached to right. Now Finn in motion in front of Pax. This will be an option pitch to Cody West, puts his foot in the ground, driving forward for a Lander Tiger first down. Second effort there for the Tigers. Good enough for a good, about 8-yard carry and a Tiger first down.
That was crowded. That's just hard-nosed football. Good job by Cody and a good job by the Tigers to keep pushing that pile forward. Again, didn't look like there was much in there. Big crowd, and they kept moving things forward for a nice pickup and a third down conversion.
Way too hyperbolic to say that was a must-convert third down, but Garcia, head coach Burton and the rest of the sidelines glad they got that one. Hollingshead from the shotgun, a couple of receivers wide side left. Instead, it's give to Cody West. Bounces off of one tackle. West falling forward for another gain of about 4, maybe close to 5 on first down.
Peyton Larson in there for another Riverton stop. He's had a nice game on both sides.
Just underway in the second quarter, 10-0 Riverton on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Tigers trying to put together a long, methodical drive. It's been there, here, and there on the ground. Great job by the Wolverines secondary, negating a whole lot of passing at all for Paxton Hollingshead. Second down and 5 coming up. A couple of receivers to the left and one to the right, one attached left. Hollingshead rolling to his left, throws a little bit too high for Finn McFadden. Coverage was there from Clay Sheets, but Finn never had a realistic shot at that one. We have third down coming up.
Riverton defense back there in cover 1 with the single high safety. And
now, are you sure?
I'm 99% sure. You're the expert. You tell me, but I'm going to take a guess at it and say it was cover 1.
I'll go with it. I'm making it
You're
up half
supposed to
the
back
time
me
anyway.
up. We're supposed to be a team.
That's true. Just let you flap in the breeze on cover 1. 10:04 on the second quarter clock. Now third down coming up. A couple of receivers to the right side this time for Hollingshead. 2 attached left tackle as well, and Cody West is the back. It will be Cody West running into the back of his own line, but now has a little bit of room. Throwing the timing of the playoff all the way down to the 41-yard line. Cody West's biggest run of the first half, and much needed for the Tigers' first down conversion.
Back-to-back third down conversions. Cody West getting it done both times with a burst of very physical speed there.
Breathe some life into the home crowd right in front of us here at Bill Bush Stadium. And yeah, if the Tigers are going to make this a one-score game, they need to be able to convert on those third downs and get a long, sustained drive. First down and 10 after the conversion, down to now Riverton's 42-yard line. This will be Pax from the shotgun. Hollingshead with a give to Cody West. He is met right away by the front line of Riverton. Falls forward for a gain of 1, but that'll be all.
Our Reporters Tailgate show guest, Caden Liebrick, there with the tackle around the ankles for a loss. Number 1 versus number 2 update. Star Valley leading Cody 14-7 in the third quarter now from Park County.
Again, the Tigers, it's the only time I've done it. Hopefully it's the last. The Tigers in no hurry. They want to milk some clock here in the first half with 8:53 to go. Hollingshead from the shotgun after the 1-yard gain by Cody West, 2nd and 9. Motion is Finn McFadden in front of Pax. He has Cody West to his left. This will be an option pitch that is brought down in the backfield. Beautifully read by Braden Martin for the Wolverines. And frankly, Lander Tigers didn't do a great job selling that.
Braden with another great play, that time for a loss. I said it was a loss on first down there. He actually gained 1, but that time driven backwards, and nice play all around by the Riverton junior.
It's actually a loss of 5, back to third down, and 13 yards to go. So passing situations have not been friendly to the Lander Tigers so far in the first half. Wolverine secondary has met the challenge. See what head coach Jim Burton dials up for LVHS on 3rd down and 13. Hollingshead from the shotgun, 2 receivers wide side to the right. Pax with a designed rollout. He's in trouble in the backfield. Pax is going to be enveloped for a huge Riverton Wolverine sack. Dane Cox in there among others for the Wolverines. It's going to be 4th, and the parking lot for the Tigers are going to have to kick.
I'm going to be redundant and give Braden Martin another shout out. He was after the play too. Dane Cox obviously getting there first, like you said, Scott, but big stop by that Riverton defense after they'd given up a couple of 3rd down conversions.
2 big negative plays for the Lander Tigers exactly when they didn't need them, converting a couple of 3rd downs on that drive. But the RHS defense stepping up. Clock rolls with 7:19 to go in the second quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. It's Riverton 10, Lander 0, and Lander is punting away. Single receiver back to receive for the Tigers. The snap is away. Clay Sheets is brought down just a step or 2 after he caught the ball. Nice play in coverage downfield. I didn't see who that was in punt cover. Nick Hazel, I believe. Sawyer, a senior. Great, if I had that number right, great job in punt cover. Negates any return with 7 minutes exactly to go in the second quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
After that big shot Clay Sheets took a moment ago, I'm surprised that he didn't opt for the fair catch there, but then again, I guess knowing Clay Sheets a little bit, I'm not surprised that he decided, I'm going to go for this one too.
I told you, those guys are a little bit loopy. But yeah, it's a lot more fun to return those. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines from the 24-yard line. This will be Gattenbein and around underneath. This time to Solzgaber. He's got some room to the 35. Hunter falls forward to the 37. Nearly broke that for a big play as it was. That'll be plenty after a gain of 13 for Riverton first down.
Check the Gambles replay. Fake the jet sweep one way. Give it to Solzgaber going the other direction. Gets into that second level and plenty of space for the Riverton first down. Thanks to Myers Gambles, by the way, on Landers Main Streets, making our keeper of the gold coverage possible.
1 play, 1 first down for the Wolverine offense on this drive. They've moved the ball up to the 37-yard line. Gattenbein, the play action, RPO. He'll keep it instead. Blake bounces off a couple of tacklers. He's to midfield, brought down there. No flag at the end of the play as Gattenbein landed awkwardly, but that's a solid gain of 8 yards, maybe 9. Second down coming up.
Douglas leads Rollins 12-0 in the first quarter. Green River on top of Powell 7-0. Now one more here. Buffalo leading Torrington 10-6. Also a first quarter score.
2nd down and 1 for the Wolverines. They go spread. Gattenbein from the shotgun. Loads one up down the far sideline. A little bit overthrew Clay Sheets. Don't mind taking a shot there. In fact, I actually like it on 2nd and 1. If it's not there, overthrow it a little bit. No harm, no foul. Now you still have 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and the way Coach Lenhart likes to manage the ball right at midfield, I wouldn't be totally shocked if they don't get it on 3rd down if it's still close. If they go for it, 4th down here, even in your own territory. Blake let that ball go before Clay had turned to look to see it was coming. Gave him a chance, but overthrown.
Rowdy atmosphere here at Bill Bush Stadium. Lander faithful trying to get their defense into the game on 3rd and 1. This will be Gettenbein under center for the Wolverines. Soltzgaver with a carry with a first down with Lander territory falling forward to the 49. So that settles that. It'll be a third down conversion for the Riverton Wolverines.
Would be remiss if we didn't give Braden Baker a couple of shout-outs. It is devastating to see that young man, A, not in this game, but B, in a wheelchair. He was out there doing wheelies in his wheelchair after the knee injury against Torrington, but still really hard to not see him on this field.
Gettenbein with 3 receivers, wide side to the right, 1 short side left, right in front of the RHS bench. Still going to be the formation, except they will switch Soltzgaver from Gettenbein's right to his left. It'll be Blake loading another home run ball up the left side. That one is incomplete, again intended for Sheets. Again, great coverage down there from Caleb, Oh, shoot, help me out.
I believe it's Caleb Andrews.
Caleb Andrews, thank you.
That was right on the money from Gettenbein. It looked like, again, we're way up here, but looked like just a great defensive effort from Andrews.
The Wolverines attempting to take another shot from midfield. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion from Landers 49. 5:04 to go in the second quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. This time a much more tight formation for the Wolverines. This will be a counter to Soltzgaver. Soltzgaver tripped up just as he had some space over the Lander 45. That again, Caleb Andrews with a nice defensive play. I don't know, Jared, how much Soltzgaver was going to have room to scamper after that one had Andrews not got in there around his shoelaces.
That was a big play-saving tackle. Andrews is going to hobble off the field, so hopefully that young man going to be all right. Looks like he just took a hard shot and is going to go visit with a trainer. Nothing too urgent over there, but did limp off to the sideline.
It's been involved in a big effort in the last 2 defensive plays for the Tigers. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Wolverines. After the Soltzgaver run, the ball's all the way down to the 44-yard line. Gettenbein under center, pitch to Hunter Soltzgaver around left edge. He has it. And then a little bit more to the 30. Soltzgaver beats the last man he needs. 10-5. That's a Riverton Wolverine touchdown, striking from 43 yards. Hunter Soltzgaver making the Lander defense pay, and up 16-0 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
Yeah, just the very end there on the Gambles replay, but a huge run from Hunter and the perfectly timed call. Lander bringing the blitz up the middle, pitch it, get Hunter free on the outside off a left tackle, and he had all kinds of daylight in front of him.
Soltzgaver too good in open space to have that schematic mismatch, and he did a great job to finish the run. 43 yards. The second Riverton touchdown here of the first half. PHC is up and good now, 17-0 Wolverines over Lander. This is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold, presented by Gambles.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
The Keeper of the Gold game is presented by Myers Gambles.
Welcome back to Bill Bush Stadium. Keeper of the Gold has all been the Riverton Wolverines so far in this game. RHS 17-0 over the Lander Tigers. 4:06 to go on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard in the second quarter. As the Wolverines kick it away to the Tigers. No chance there for Finn McFadden to return that either. Touchback will bring the ball out to the 20. Is that making heads or tails sense to you there, Jared, or should we?
Seven play drive, 76 yards, took 2:54 off the clock, and obviously Soltzgaver that 44-yard run to the house. capping off that drive. Riverton on top here, 17-0, but still a lot of football left to be played. We'll see if Lander can settle into this a little bit more here offensively this drive.
Tigers need some offense in a hurry, sense of urgency starting to settle in. Granted, it is only the second quarter. They're looking for a couple of first downs to move the ball down the field. First things first, Hollingshead sends Finn McFadden wide side to the left, and now a flag, and this almost assuredly is going to be on the Lander Tigers pre-snap. So that is going to be a false start against the Lander. Make it 1st and 15 from the 15 with 4:06 to go in the second.
Now, what you want to start off a drive, especially before you've ran a play from scrimmage, to start behind the chains now.
Let's see if this changes the formation idea for the Tigers at all on first and a bit longer. Doesn't look like it, but this time Finn McFadden is in the left slot. Nope, exact same play call as Hollingshead from the shotgun with a give to Cody West. Trying to make some room for himself on the right side. Good job to fall forward for just a couple of yards. That's going to be about it from West. Second down and, say, 12 coming up. Yeah, 2nd and 12 after the first down penalty.
Kind of an odd situation next week with Lander playing on a Thursday. I'll remind you of that a couple of times here, but Thursday football for you and Mick Pryor with a road trip to a struggling Rollins team next week.
My understanding is Rollins does not have school on Friday. But yes, Thursday Night Lights is interesting in Wyoming high school football. Second down and 12. It's Hollingshead from the shotgun. Have Cody West to his left. This time 2 receivers are to the right side. This is a give to West. He's tackling on the interior of that Riverton defense. Give him a half a yard. Third down coming up, and we have whistles after the play.
It's a very late flag on the Cameron Vincent stop.
Didn't notice anything untoward in real time. I don't know that this isn't going to be a personal foul. It's unsportsmanlike against Riverton. I guess it's the Vincent conclusion of the play, the way he kind of a little bit lifted him up and tackled him. I didn't see a whole lot there, Jared, but it's a first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is hard to know what goes on in those piles, too, if he said something. Coach Lenhart did tell his kids after practice yesterday, refs aren't going to put up with anything. Any of this NFL smack talk you see, you don't do it, especially in a game like this. And get the unsportsmanlike, that's big for Lander.
Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 33 following the unsportsmanlike penalty. 3 receivers eligible on that left side for Paxton Hollingshead. Instead, it's Cody West along the right side. Cody keeps his feet going past the 35, falls forward to close to the 40-yard line. Good first down run there from Cody West for a gain of about 4. Second down coming up.
Not to sound too redundant, but oftentimes it looks like Cody's bottled up for 1 or 2, and then he squirts out of there for 3 or 4, and nice second effort after the contact from Cody.
He came up behind Braden Baker and Caleb Larvey last year. Both of those guys, a little bit different styles for the Tigers, but all 3 of them together in that running back room, if you like, none of them were afraid to run the ball or to be hit. Second down and maybe a long 5 or closer to 6 for the Tigers, still in their own territory. This is Cody West again. Cody gets by the first level, gang tackled by the Wolverine. Should have a first down, going to depend on the spots. At right about the 44-yard line.
We don't measure the football anymore, and they don't have those automatic chips, but that one looked like a first down. The official right there on top of it said, move the sticks.
It should be required with 1 chain measurement per game.
I just want a laser to be beamed across.
Of course you do.
That way we can see it.
I like the old school stuff myself, but
give me a laser.
This will be a first down give to Cody West. Another nice run across the 50-yard line for West. Got his feet going, falling forward for a good gain of about 6. Second down coming up.
Landers off to Rollins next week. Riverton will be back home for their 2 final regular season games next week. They take on the team you and Mick just saw, Torrington.
Lander with some confusion on the formation, and Jim Burton will take a timeout. Lander Tiger timeout with 1:19 given that. Let's keep it right here. 1:19 to go. Again, hyperbolic, but how important is this drive for the Lander Tigers? Just to get themselves back in this game a little bit. You don't want to be down, 3 scores is what it is right now to your rival at home in a game like this.
Yeah, even 3 points here, if you could get it going into the locker room, feels a lot better than the goose egg on the scoreboard. 1:19 to go, so still plenty of time to get the ball 50 yards here for Lander's ideal situation. Obviously, would be 6 or 7, but just to erase that shutout, give yourself a momentum boost going into the locker room. Riverton will start with the ball in the third quarter.
Wolverines had a 4th down. Head coach Mark Lenhart from about midfield with a fake punt, which we're going to call our Health Source chiropractic play of the first half. Fremont County's sports certified clinic, and there's only one of them. Stay in the game with a $10 new patient special for student athletes from Health Source Chiropractic. 2nd down following the Lander Tiger timeout. Hollingshead steps up in the pocket. He's going to throw it down the right sideline. That is in and out of the hands of Caleb Andrews. Just a little bit too much on that. His Pack's momentum in the pocket was taking him forward. Good coverage down the field. Perfect throw, scores a touchdown there. It was just a little touch overthrown.
Yeah, just a little bit too much. Caleb did a great job giving pursuit on what looked like a go routes, and just off of the fingertips, just couldn't quite get the wingspan long enough to haul it in.
3rd down coming up. Ball is just over the Riverton side of the 50-yard line. So Lander drives from right to left. 1:12 on the second quarter clock on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. But again, another fairly significant play for the Tigers trying to stay in this game. Late in the first half, all the action is to the short side right in this formation. Is Hollingshead from the shotgun. Give is to, it's a RPO. Instead, Pax keeps it himself. Probably should have handed that one off to Cody West. Driven back nicely by the Riverton Wolverine front line. They'll give him forward progress for a half a yard gain, but still a 4th and 5 coming up.
I know with so much momentum, it's hard, but you got to be careful with the extra shove there at the end. I already saw one unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and almost held your breath there if you're a Riverton fan about a late hit.
That would have been big. Don't need anything like that in this situation with 4th down coming up especially. Clock is running with 31 seconds remaining. Lander is in no hurry. They do need this play. The clock ticks down to 23 seconds from the 50-yard line on 4th and 5 for the Tigers. Hollingshead from the shotgun. Pax steps up in the pocket. Looking over the middle instead. He's going to take it himself along the right side. Gets out of bounds, most importantly for the Tigers, at about the 40-yard line with 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Hollingshead under a lot of pressure, stepped up in the pocket, climbed that ladder, kept looking to throw, then just finally tuck it and ran. Interesting clock management to let the clock run down after the sack, and now you're left with just 12 seconds and the ball at the Wolverine 40.
The Tigers have a timeout, choosing not to use it there. 12 seconds remaining. Nice, long time consuming, but nice scramble from Hollingshead. Down to the 40. Tigers have 3 receivers wide side to the left. Short side is right side. One over there is Andrews. Finn McFadden in the slot for the Tigers. Hollingshead designed rollout to his left side. He's in trouble from behind, and he is going to flip the ball two-handed ahead to Parker Burton. Parker Burton to the 30, 25. Parker looking for the edge to the 15. He is out of bounds with no time on the clock. That is going to be the end of the second quarter. Lander Tigers trying for some miracle sauce at the end of the second quarter. Pax down for a little bit after the end of that play, but Hollingshead is back up, appears to be just fine. Suiting ends to the second quarter on a play like that, but it's been all Riverton Wolverines, 17-0. As we've arrived at halftime, this is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold, presented by Gambles.
To Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
Happens, and sometimes it leaves a dent. At Northside Body Shop in Lander, we meet by accident, but we fix your vehicle with purpose. From minor dings to major collision repair, our expert team gets you back on the road and brings your car back to its original beauty. Trust the specialists who treat every vehicle like a classic. Northside Body Shop. Come see us at 323 North 2nd Street in Lander.
Welcome to Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
You're watching one of the most historic rivalries in Wyoming high school sports. Let's get back to Riverton versus Lander.
Halftime at Bill Bush Stadium. Scott Fuller, Jared Anderson, Jason Peterson, among others behind the scenes, including Mick Pryor, who has a drive recap for us of that first half. Mick, I don't know how far back in that first half you want to go.
Sure. Well, why don't we start at the beginning there, Scott? So, Tigers win the toss and elected to receive. So, in that first drive, 5 plays resulting in a punt, or actually, pardon me, an interception. Tigers started on their own 20, had 2 runs, a penalty, and a pass, ultimately resulting in 13 total yards on 5 plays. Total possession there, 226. That flips the ball over to Riverton. Riverton, this was their most, call it prolific drive of the game thus far. 10 plays, so 43 yards and 412 possession in that first, resulting in a field goal from about the 28-yard line. So, turning it back over to Lander, it was a quick 4 and out, following an incomplete pass run, incomplete, and then ultimately a punt. 3 yards on that second possession for Lander in four plays. So at this and 1 minute of possession, flipping it back to Riverton for their second drive. Now Riverton will do 8 plays with a total gain of 52 yards, resulting in a touchdown. A grand total of 344 in possession on eight plays, like I said. Going into the end of the first quarter, for Lander. This was almost their most productive, but 10 plays ending in a punt. Started on their own 20, but ultimately only 25 yards of total offense on 10 plays. 333 of total time there. This flips it back to Riverton to start the second quarter, to kind of start their third drive in the second quarter. Very efficient for Riverton. 7 plays, resulting in a touchdown, 76 yards and 254. So grand total in this first half, Riverton, 1050 of total possession, 171 yards on 25 plays. Conversely, Lander, only 7 minutes, 36 seconds of total time, 101 yards of production on 30 plays. So back to you guys up in the booth.
Thank you, Mick. That actually tells I think Jared Anderson here in the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show should mention that YDOT reminds us to buckle up every time. Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Get the sense that Lander's offense is underperforming. Riverton's offense taking advantage, at least more advantage. Not quite to their season average statistically, but the Wolverines getting it done later in drives, and Lander has yet to find a way to do that.
Yeah, just not a lot of momentum being established by the Lander offense. You see at times where it looks like they're clicking, but then things break down and are disrupted by nice plays defensively by Riverton. We saw those back-to-back third down conversions, and you thought, here comes Lander. They're starting to move the football a little bit better, but just haven't quite settled into this, and give credit to the Riverton defense for disrupting things in the normal game plan of that Lander offense, but has been all Wolverines here to start in this one at the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show.
We'll send it back down to Mick Pryor. Mick?
So just an observation, Scott, Jared, as I look at what's going on in play drives for Lander and Riverton. Lander is slowly heating up, it looks like. So 5 plays on the first one, 4 plays second drive. Then we get into the 10 and 11 plays. And obviously that last play, just kind of a heartbreaker there with a 30-yard run that resulted in nothing. But what can you do when the clock is at the end? Meanwhile, Riverton started out with 10 plays on their opening drive, has gone down to 8 plays, now 7 plays. They're getting more efficient, most certainly, but we're seeing less time on the ball for these guys. So I think that's going to be an interesting observation as we go further into this game. Does Riverton get more efficient at what they're doing? Is that what we're seeing? Or are we seeing Lander's defense starting to heat up? I think it's that balance you guys talked about in the pregame of a little bit of a step on Riverton's part for offense, and we're starting to see that grind with the little bit of a step up for defense. It is very much a Riverton offense, Lander defense type of game.
Has been here in the first half. Thank you for that, Mick Pryor. And from Lander's perspective, they have to fix that. They need long, sustained drives. You have to acknowledge that Riverton's offense is prolific in the top tier of 3A. So the likelihood of the Tigers shutting out Riverton in the second half is not very high at all. You have to kind of plan that you're going to need 24-plus points in that second half, whereas Riverton, right exactly where they want to be. It wasn't a perfect half for the Wolverines. Jared probably never will be, but they got it done when they needed to, and the offensive line in front of Hunter Saltzgaver has been really impressive for the Wolverines tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That Riverton O-line has been so good this season. Nick Hendricks taken over at center. Riverton had an injury on the offensive line to start the season. Nick Hendricks didn't anticipate starting at center, was kind of thrust into that position just before 0 week, has not moved. He's been so good there. Daniel Clausen was going to be the center, moves over to left guard because Carlisle Minner sustained an injury. Ultimately, Minner got re-injured in a practice and is done for the season. Just a tough way to go out for a senior there. But Caden Liebrick, Trevor Eckhart, Aiden Sanchez on that Wolverine offensive line doing a great job. Also, to go 180 on you, how about Mick Pryor being a great addition to the broadcast for Lander Tiger fans this season? We're glad to welcome Mick on for our KOVE audience and part of our County 10 Sports Network. Glad he's been on the road with you all season long, and appreciate his efforts.
I am too. It makes things so much easier. We appreciate Mick's insights throughout the Tiger broadcasts all season long, and believe me, on those long Wyoming football road trips, we have solved every one of the world's problems and then some.
And not to mention, Scott, we're pretty close on a couple of these unsolved mysteries across the state.
We are.
If we break one open this season, it might have to go. We might have to go into the postseason, but I think we're close if we just keep asking the right questions.
Let's hope that the game doesn't get so out of hand that we devolve into that color in the second half. Either way, but no, we do appreciate McPryer's insight. We got about 4 minutes left until the end of halftime. 17-0. Riverton Wolverines on top of Lander. Just taking one more break here in the Y-Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Come back after this. Y-Dot reminding you, seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. This is County 10's coverage of the Keeper of the Gold game presented by Gambles.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offside
in any perspective, frankly, and so it was a bit of a feeling out process early in that game. Wolverines did what they needed to do to go up 17-0 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander has to be in a little bit of a hurry here. They're feeling, I'm sure, a little bit overwhelmed. They have to go back to some of those big victories they've had against pretty good opponents earlier in this season and remind themselves that if they get back to the basics, they can maybe climb back in this game. Wolverines obviously have the opposite agenda. One last thing here with some time left on the Y-Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Tigers have to get Finn McFadden going offensively. You have to find a way to get creative in the way that you're getting him open and find a way to get him the ball. He had a couple of touches in that first half, but really didn't have any space to do anything with it. And the bulk of the offense has been Cody West. Finn McFadden has to be involved in Lander's offense for them to win a game like this.
Riverton's been susceptible of giving up big plays during the season, too. For the most part, incrementally, the defense has gotten better and better each game, but they still do give up big plays, and it feels like that explosive playmaking ability could come at the hands of Finn McFadden, who is a great threat at wide receiver, but also has explosive speed and potential yards after catch. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't give us at least a highlight or two here in the second half.
The Health Source Chiropractic play of the first half was a fake punt dialed up by Riverton head coach Mark Lenhart right about midfield on what was obviously fourth and about 5 in that situation. And it was well executed. It was a direct snap right up the middle. It looked like caught Lander off guard. It was a big conversion that led to Riverton's first touchdown of this game. They since scored another, and that's how we've arrived, in addition to a Hunter Schultz-Gaber field goal at 17-0. Thanks for listening and watching the Y-Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Y-Dot reminding you, seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride.
Real quick, got a lot of folks on our YouTube channel. Want to say thank you to all of them. Got Texas, Minnesota checking in, and folks from all over the country. Sorry to interrupt you, Scott.
No, I apologize, Jared. Thank you all for watching. If I have time here in the second half, I think I told you this story, but I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and had a very interesting interaction with a Fremont County football fan. There aren't many of us, but we do tend to get around and span across the country and beyond. So, fresh 12 minutes on the clock, set to start the third quarter. As Jared mentioned, it will be Riverton Wolverine football. couple of receivers back deep for the Wolverines. They are Sheets, I believe, as well as Eric Smith.
Smith is sort of the Riverton version of Finn McFadden, where if you're looking for a guy with explosive playmaking ability, it could potentially be him.
Older brother Ty Sheets was a lot of fun to watch during his years at RHS as well. Underway here in the second half. Lander with some work to do. Riverton trying to ice it on this drive a little bit. This kickoff is going to be fielded by Eric Smith. Trying to go from left to right across the field. He is pursued and brought down with a nice open field tackle at about the 11-yard line. Is that Finn on the tackle? Was a great kick cover play. Whoever it was that ended up getting that tackle missed it.
Looked like 18, and I don't have an 18 on my roster.
It's kind of what I saw too. No, it's not Finn.
The jersey could have been bunched up or something, but it looked like 18 from up here. Either way, great play, and Riverton starting deep here in their own field position at their own 12 to start the third quarter, up 17-0 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
First down and 10 after the nice kick cover play by the Tigers will be from the 12-yard line. Tight formation on first down and 10. This is a pitch from Gattenbein to Saltzgaber along that left side. He's got a bit of a seam. Pursued well from the backside by Lander's defense. Saltzgaber good as he falls forward for maybe a yard and a half, perhaps two. Second down coming up.
I was going to say in the second quarter that Hunter was very close to getting to that 1,000-yard career season total. He needed 58 coming into this, and then right before I was about to say it, he ran for 44 yards to remove any doubt.
There it is.
He is well over 1,000 yards on the season again this season. He was great as a sophomore and had well over 1,000 yards last year.
Wolverines from the left hash this time. Again, a pretty tight formation, couple of wideouts. Gattenbein with a shotgun snap. Slings it sidearm to Peyton Larson, just in the no man's land there, behind the linebackers in front of the safety. Good gain of about 9, but that's good for a Wolverines first down.
Good route by Larson on a slant, and you got to change the arm trajectory a little bit there if you're Blake Gattenbein, but he found him nicely.
So mission accomplished number 1 for the Wolverines, getting that first down of a drive, always a big deal. Still good field position from Lander's defensive perspective with that first down. Ball's up to the 27. Ball back toward the center of the field. A couple of receivers left side. This will be a play action fake. Flip ahead to Sheets in the left flat. Nice job to turn up field there from Clay Sheets with that second effort following the catch. He's going to be close to a first down. I think they might give it to him. If they don't, it's going to be second and very short.
Yeah, good job by Clay. Just easy catch out in the flat, and then he turned it vertical and got some yards after catch.
It's going to be a fresh set for the Wolverines. They lead 17-0, just underway here in the third quarter, 10:25 to go in the third on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Again, a first down for the Wolverines, up to the 37 now. Still a relatively tight formation across the field. Motion is Saltzgaber behind Gattenbein. Not sure there was great communication on that play from the start. Lander's defense doing a good job to envelop a short gain in the backfield. Lander Tiger very slow to get up. It was Hayden St. Clair at the end of that play, but Hayden is on his feet after a short gain. Second down coming up for the Wolverines.
Good to see Hayden bounce back. He's been big all season and tonight.
Lander Tigers have avoided an injury bug on the year with a notable exception of Braden Baker. Star running back went down a couple of weeks ago in Torrington with a knee. Second down, a bit more spread for this formation for the Wolverines. It's an option pitch from Saltzgaber to Saltzgaber. And Hunter falls forward on third down for a nice gain of about 6 near midfield. It's going to bring up... that was second down. This is third down and a long 3 coming up for Riverton. Lander Tiger faithful here at home, trying to keep their defense in the game. This is a relatively big play. for both sides, more so I would say for the Tiger defense on 3rd down and 3. If you ever wanted a negative play from Lander's perspective, this is it. Tight formation from the 49. Gattenbein with a gift to Saltzgaber. Saltzgaber has a 1st down and then some. Dancing past the 45 of the Tigers, falling forward to the 42. Hunter Saltzgaber giving the far side Riverton traveling faithful something to cheer for with an easy, at least he made it look easy, 3rd down conversion.
Good ball security, and on the end of that play, too, had a couple of Tigers trying to strip the football after a big pickup by Hunter and covered it up nicely.
Clock rolls, 8:16 to go in the 3rd on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 3-score lead right now for the Wolverines. It's been a long, sustained drive so far for RHS. Not a whole lot of energy on that near side Lander sideline right now. That can change in a hurry. Offensive play on 1st down from the right hash. Gettenbein from the shotgun. He sends Sheets in front of him in motion. Designed rollout to all those receivers on the left side. Left flat is Clay Sheets. Tries to make Finn McFadden miss. Finn successful in bringing him down at the 35. That's going to be a solid gain of at least 7, though. 2nd down coming up.
Sheets going in motion across the formation from right to left. Had the tight end to set up on that side. That's big Paxton Yates, who is such a great blocking tight end for Riverton.
And now, sorry, Jared.
7:22 now to go 3rd quarter as the clock rolls.
And on this side of the 50, all of a sudden RHS is in no hurry. They're using all the time that they can to get the play in. Be watching that back judge for the 5 count on the play clock. But first, we will have a whistle before a 2nd down snap coming up. This will be a timeout taken by the Wolverines. We'll take it with them right back after this. This is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold presented by Gambles.
Looking for a trusted partner in your financial journey? At Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
2nd down play from Riverton following the Wolverine timeout is a give to Hunter Saltzgaber. He's met in the backfield, and right back on the ball are the Wolverines on 3rd down and 5. Tight formation and a quick whistle beforehand. Looked like another timeout coming from the bench. RHS taking a timeout. We'll take one more with them. County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold, presented by Gambles, back next.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Tigers crowd gets loud for a 3rd down from the Riverton Wolverines following their 2nd timeout early in the 3rd quarter. This will be an option give to Saltzgaber. Pitch left side rather to the 35. Out of bounds, shy of the 1st down. Not by much, though. It's going to be a long 1, maybe 2 over there.
It was hard to see exactly where he stepped out, but it is close.
4th down and 1 coming up. No reason in the world not to go for this, in my estimation. For the Wolverines, you're in a pretty good spot. if nothing else, barring some kind of turnover or crazy play, they're going to give Lander a long field in front of them. Fully expect Hunter Saltzgaber here, or do you key off of that and do a quarterback sneak, maybe some counter? We will see on 4th and 1. 6:45 to go in the third. Big play for the Lander defense. Riverton looking to continue that drive on 4th and 1 with Gattenbein. This will be a gift to Saltzgaber, left side, first down for the Wolverines across the 30, falling forward to about the 28.
You got Martin and Yates set up there on the left side, tight end and a wing, and you just follow behind those two guys. And Hunter is a great running back, but even I might be able to get a yard or two behind those two big guys in front, and that's saying a lot.
I want to see it.
Well, now that you put me on the spot, I probably would just fall over, but they would give me some space.
I would absolutely fall over myself. First down and 10 from the Lander 29. Set formation for the Wolverines. Under center is Gattenbein. Give to Saltzgaber, same play. And a nice open field tackle there on the far side line after a gain of 3. That's Caleb Andrews saving, I don't know, at least a first down there. Saltzgaber might have had a lane to the end zone.
Unfortunately for Lander fans, not a ton to be happy about right now, but Caleb Andrews might be your MVP. He has flown around defensively.
A couple of huge plays on back-to-back plays in the second quarter. One in coverage and one with a similar open field tackle to that, also on Saltzgaber. 6:45 to go in the third. Riverton content to let this clock go down as far as it can. They have a 17-0 lead. And RHS is driving. Gattenbein is under center on second down. This will be a fake pitch, and now throwing into the left flat. A little bit too high for Dane Cox. Falls incomplete. Now a third down coming up. Third and longer this time. It'll be about 7 yards to go.
Riverton taking 6:29 off the clock so far, and you want to come away with points if you're a Wolverine fan, but no matter what happens here, this has been a deflating drive, and now even more urgency when Lander does eventually get the ball.
Clock stops with the incompletion. 5:31 to go in the third on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. This will be a little bit of a taller hill to climb for the Wolverines on third down and 7. This time Gattenbein's in the shotgun with a couple of receivers to either side. Gattenbein steps up in the pocket, throws to his left. That ball is caught, good enough for a first down. Gage Treber there for the Wolverines to quiet the Lander crowd and move Riverton well within the 20-yard line. You're going to spot that down to the 15.
Well, with Caden Arnold being injured, there was a big emphasis to Gage Treber in practice yesterday. Coach Lenhart pulled him aside in front of the team, I guess. Didn't really pull him aside, but singled him out and said, Gage, you have a big opportunity to fill in for a guy in one of the biggest games of the year, and a big completion there for Gage.
First and 10 for the Wolverines is from the 15. Gattenbein under center, designed rollout off of the quarterback play action. Throw out of the back of the end zone. A little bit much for the intended receiver down there. There were a couple of Lander secondary members down there.
There's a flag down in the area where Blake got hit.
Let's see what this is. This will be an offensive hold on the Wolverines. It's going to back it up to, I believe, the 30, and that's going to be first down and a long way to go. Line to gain's about the 7-yard line. That is a big penalty. Relatively penalty-free game in this one. Couple of holding calls on that Riverton offensive line, as stellar as they have been. First down, but all the way back to the 25. 3 are bunched, attached to the right. We may have a movement penalty against the Wolverines prior to the first down snap. Looks like the left side of that offensive line didn't see exactly who. I think the indication was a false start. Now the ball's back to the 30. Again, line to gain to the 7 thereabouts.
Coach Lenhart said in the Porter's Tailgate show, penalties are going to be a huge difference maker in this one. Right now, the Wolverines going the way they don't want to go.
5:19 to go in the third on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Is helping RHS in terms of taking time off the clock, but as you say, Jared, they are moving in the wrong direction. Gattenbein from the shotgun, motion in front of him. This will be a delayed handoff to Saltzgaber that is read beautifully by the Lander front 3. Cody Weston there from the nose tackle position to make a stop for a loss of 4. Second down from the 34-yard line. Riverton has to get inside just about the 5-yard line.
Cody West not fooled at all on the delayed give, just staying home, anticipating Saltzgaver all the way, and he blew him up for a loss of 5. Riverton's got a long way to go here to try to move the chains again.
Nose tackle is a new wrinkle for Cody West's game this season. Proven himself on that play for the Tigers. 2nd down and forever from the 35-yard line. Shotgun snap. The throw over the middle. Wide open. Riverton receivers. Peyton Larson. Larson with some open field moves down to about the 15. That's a big chunk for the Wolverines. Not enough. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8 to go for Riverton.
Nice pickup, and now you've got 3rd and very manageable, 3rd and short for Riverton.
Great play call offensively from head coach Mark Linhart.
I guess I shouldn't say 3rd and short. It's still 3rd and 10 with
3rd and better for RHS.
Better than it was,
better
for
than
sure.
It was.
The chains had me confused there for a second. Still 10 yards to go on the 15.
It is, I think, right about 10 yards to go. 3rd and 10 from the 15. Riverton breaks the huddle with another tight formation. It is Gattenbein from the shotgun. Rolling out a little bit to his left. Throws back across his body. Ball is tipped. Falls incomplete. Offensive receiver tipped that. That almost looked like a no-look kind of pass there from Blake Gattenbein. He was rolling to the right, trying to throw back to his left. I'm not sure how well he read anything over there. There were a couple of receivers in the area, but that brings up a 4th down, and it looks like a Riverton field goal.
Saltzgaver wide open in the flat, too. Thought he might just flare it out to him and try to turn it up the field.
I think that was the idea. The 31-yard field goal from Saltzgaver is up and good. Excuse me, no good. No good. So, a long sustained drive for the Wolverines. Lander, no damage done on the scoreboard. 17-0 back after this, with our Keeper of the Goal game coverage presented by Gambles.
Modern Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport, on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
Back here in Lander, 1st down play for the Lander Tigers. Following an empty possession, but a long possession for the Wolverines, was a throw into the right flat for a good gain of 9. So 2nd down and 1. Coming up for LVHS, a couple of receivers wide side to the left for Hollingshead. He's got Cody West set up to his left, a couple of receivers attached to right. Hollingshead, the shotgun snap, gives to Cody West, met immediately in the backfield. Beautiful defensive play. Coming in is Caden Arnold for a big loss after a nice Lander gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Liebrick from that left edge did not let West get free there, and now Lander forced for a 3rd and medium instead of 3rd and short.
I don't want to think about a 4th down here. Not quite yet. This is a big 3rd down conversion for the Lander Tigers. A couple of late substitutions. Parker Burton comes into the game. 2:20 to go. 3rd quarter clock on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. And a pretty big 3rd and 5 for both teams. Lander breaks the huddle. Shotgun. And I think Lander's going to have to burn a timeout. Some confusion in the backfield there. Take it with them. Come back after this. County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold presented by Gambles.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
Lander Tigers took that timeout prior to 3rd and 5 with 2:06 to go in the third. Tigers have 3 receivers wide side left, 1 single short side to the right, now empty with Cody West vacating to that short side right side. So it's Hollingshead all by himself with whistles before the snap again, and this has all the hallmarks of being against the Tigers. That was a false start called against him. Not sure who on Lander, but back him up 5. Not what the Tigers needed. 3rd and 5 becomes 3rd and 10.
Riverton showing pressure from both edges that time. We'll see if they come again now on 3rd and 10 or if they stay home with some more field to the yard to gain here for Lander.
Typically in this situation, you don't see Jim Burton change play calls. They are showing the same initial formation. We'll see if Cody West stays next to Pax in the backfield there, or if he motions out. It is Hollingshead with a shotgun. He will stay in the backfield. Will West. Pax, the clean pocket, throw over the middle to Cody West to the 35. Good enough. For a Tiger first down across to about the 37-yard line. Huge conversion for the Tigers on 3rd and 10.
Those Riverton edge rushers did drop back into coverage too, and they still found Cody over the middle for the conversion. Big 3rd down pickup there for Lander. We'll see if that sparks some offensive momentum.
Talk about Riverton's offensive line. Give credit to Lander's offensive line, especially on that play. Clean pocket for Hollingshead. Same formation with trips wide side left for Pax. 1 short side to the right. Cody West again stays in the backfield. 2 receive the handoff. Cody with that patented Cody West spin move to the 41. Not sure where that comes from in his game. And usually developing running backs, you don't tell them that. Don't tell them to spin because they turn their back to the defense for one thing. They get their feet all tangled up, but Cody West is a natural spinner. Loves to do it. Falls forward for a gain of about 4, 2nd and maybe a long 5. Same trips left formation for the Lander Tigers from the shotgun. A give to Cody West. He's got a little bit of space here. West across midfield to the 40. Dragged down nicely across the Riverton 40-yard line. A little bit of an offensive spark now for the Lander Tigers on the ground.
Yeah, Lander going a little bit more tempo there. They've got some momentum on their side. Lander forcing Riverton's defenders to play a bit on their heels with under a minute to go, 3rd quarter now.
It's rolling at 50 seconds is that 3rd quarter clock on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Fresh set for the Tigers, and that same trips left formation for LVHS. Good snap. This will be a play-action fake throw from Hollingshead to Finn McFadden over the middle, off his fingertips. That was Finn McFadden for a touchdown. Had that throw been a little bit lower, or Finn had been able to bring that one in. There was your Finn McFadden appearance.
Yeah, Finn ran a great route. He was going to go into the end zone untouched right there. Just a little bit too much mustard on that one, but it's there, and we'll see if Lander can capitalize again.
Lander's been looking for that all game, I'm sure. Got to get Finn McFadden, number 3, involved in their offense from that left slot position, which is where he's going to be again, as 2nd and 10 is to the 36 of Riverton. Hollingshead with Cody West to his left from the shotgun. Give is to Cody West, trying that right side. Good blocking out there, so West will be able to fall forward for a nice gain of about maybe 4, maybe a long 3. 3rd down again, though, 3rd and longer coming up for the Tigers.
Final score from Cody, by the way, battle of number 1 versus number 2 in 3A. Star Valley holds off Cody in a slugfest, 14-7. So looks like Star Valley will be the number 1 team in 3A football again.
There it was. They have been all season long. We're going to have a big 3rd down play to start the final quarter of the Keeper of the Goal game here from Lander. After 3, Riverton 17, Lander Tigers nothing. Be back for the final frame after this. This is County 10's coverage of the Keeper of the Goal game presented by Gambles.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Who is RE/MAX All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with RE/MAX All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit remaxriverton.com.
Coverage of the 129th Keeper of the Gold game continues now on County10.com.
Scott Fuller, Jared Anderson, Jason Peterson, Dalton Cruz, and Mick Pryor. Our full crew as we have the first play of the fourth quarter upcoming for the Lander Tigers, one of their bigger plays of the football game. Lander with a nice drive, converting when they've had to. But it's third down and 10. Ball is on the 32-yard line. As Halling said, we'll send Finn McFadden further to the left, away from the play. Cody West is to Hollingshead's right. This will be a flip to Cody West over the middle to the 15. Cody West knocked down at the 10-yard line. That will be good enough for a Lander Tiger first down. Give credit to Paxton Hollingshead on that play, bailing himself out, knowing where his outlet throw to Cody West over the middle was, and Cody was ready for it.
Yeah, Hollingshead took a shot there. Not sure if we got that on the replay or not. Does not look like it, but took a shot, hung in there, delivered the football very nice.
Changes the dynamic. Riverton enjoying a 17-0 lead on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. But now the Tigers have made their first red zone appearance of the game down to the 10-yard line. Straight line wishbone is behind Hollingshead, who is under center. He will turn and give to Cody West, puts his foot in the ground over left tackle and falls forward for a gain of 2. Second down and goal coming up from the 8.
It was certainly an interesting third quarter. Both teams one possession. That Riverton drive taking over 7 minutes, 20 plays. Lander still continuing their drive that began last quarter.
It is an odd third quarter. Wolverines have to be enjoying that 17-0 cushion right now. Must score possession for the Lander Tigers, and preferably you want to punch that in the end zone, obviously. From the Tiger perspective, second down and goal from the 8. 4 receivers, 2 to either side for Hollingshead. Cody West is to his right. This will be a give to Cody West. Nice cut up the middle from West, falling forward toward the goal line. Think he's a little bit short. Inside the 1, third and goal coming up for the Tigers.
Could not be much closer inside of the 1. It's all about who can get the leverage on this play, and if Lander doesn't get it here, you'd almost expect him to go for it.
Yeah, this is Cody West twice, if needed on fourth down. Nope, excuse me, Hollingshead with a quarterback sneak. Paxton Hollingshead from 1 yard out has the Lander Tigers on the scoreboard. Their first touchdown of the Keeper of the Gold game. Gives the home faithful something to cheer about. 17-6 Wolverines on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
Tiger offensive line again, getting low, getting the leverage, and Hollingshead easily reached over the goal line.
10:08 on the third quarter clock on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. PAT to make it a 10-point game. Took 3 quarters and some change for Lander to find the end zone, but they do early in the fourth. PAT is up and good. 17-7 Riverton on top of the Tigers. This is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold, presented by Gambles.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Elevate Rehab proudly sponsors our local student athletes and their families in Fremont County. We are honored to play a key role in our Tiger athletes' success both on and off the field, and always partner one-on-one from your first visit to your last to coach you to victory. From sports injuries, aches and pains, to recovery from surgery or concussion, trust Elevate's specialized crew to dive into your goals, sprint with you to the finish line, and help elevate you to the top of the podium. Check us out at our Lander Main Street location or visit our webpage online. Go Tigers!
The Tigers, the Wolverines. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's get back to the game on County10.com.
Fourth quarter action, 10:08 to go in the fourth quarter. The Fremont Chevy scoreboard. The Riverton Wolverines on top by 10, but Lander has their first points of the game, 17-7. Jared Anderson mentioned this. We had two drives in that third quarter, one for each team, and let's get this kickoff out of the way, and then we will send it down to Mick Pryor to recap those for us. Boot is a short pitching wedge that bounces at the 27. It is fallen on by the Wolverines.
Boy, that was dangerous for a second.
Interesting idea from the Lander Tigers. Mick Pryor, recap those two drives for us.
So, Scott, that first drive for Riverton coming into the third quarter it was 20 plays, 70 yards, and 7 minutes 20 burned through in the third quarter. So the real issue there, they tried for a field goal, no good, but they got something even better in my opinion. They burned up 7 minutes and 20 seconds of that clock.
Yeah.
But Lander was able to capitalize. In 3 minutes, 32 seconds, they drove 80 yards for a go-for touchdown. So it's starting to, and like here with 10:07 left in the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, this is starting to be a real game.
It's a 10-point game. Thank you for that recap of the third quarter. One drive per team. This will be a counter on Riverton's 1st and 10 to Saltzgaber. He is met by a couple of Lander Tigers. Falls back for a loss of 2. 2nd and long coming up for RHS.
Hunter took a shot there, too. He does rise to his feet, but very gingerly.
Shades of some momentum, at least from the crowd side here in the Lander. Finally, Tiger fans with something to cheer about with a touchdown drive. And now 2nd and long for the Riverton defense. All right, Jess still up on the scoreboard, 17-7. Second play of this drive will be Gattenbein from the shotgun. Saltzgaber shifts from Gattenbein's right to his left. Good shotgun snap. This will be an inside counter pitch underneath. It's well read, but also a decent gain of a couple of yards there from Peyton Larson. Give him 3. Or 5, actually. Brings up a 3rd down and 7 for the Wolverines. Riverton has found ways to convert this play throughout this game. They've had 3rd and short, they've had 3rd and long, and they have done a good job of converting. The Lander crowd in front of us, as you can hear, giving some support to their defense. 8:47 to go on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard here in the fourth quarter. Gattenbein from the shotgun. Design rollout to Blake's right. He'll flip it in the flat that is off of the hands of one Lander defender. Incompletes. 4th down and 7 coming up.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Tigers. They go 3 and outs after they find the end zone. This momentum has completely shifted. It's still 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go.
Interesting here. Hunter Saltzgaber can kick the ball, but not that far. He's not going to get a touchback in the air from 80 yards out, and Finn McFadden is dangerous and back deep.
It's actually Gage Treber on to punt, but you're absolutely right. Hunter could probably get it close.
Let's see what they decide to do. It's angled instead toward the sideline, out of bounds, and they're going to mark this off inside Riverton. Official crosses the 50 and stops shy of the 50-yard line. So Lander Tigers will have a 48-yard field in front of them with 8:32 to go, down 10.
Really interesting turn this ball game has taken over the last few minutes. Riverton may have gotten a little bit flat there, especially within the last few minutes. We'll see if their defense rises to the occasion or if that tide continues to shift in favor of the Tigers.
A touchdown on that Riverton drive, I think, would have ended the game for all practical purposes, but it was a 3-play, 4-yard, minute 30 drive. for the Wolverines. Quickly back to the Lander Tigers, who have good field position. It's going to be Hollingshead from the shotgun. Play action, good play fake to Cody West. Instead, the throw is into the right flat, in and out of the hands of Caleb Andrews. Good coverage from, I think that was Clay Sheets on that play. Second down.
Yeah, Clay put a big tackle on. Good job by Hollingshead, too. He had Caden Liebrick with that giant 6'5" wingspan in his face. Had some patience to let Liebrick come down a little bit, almost like a basketball play. Floated the ball up, but Clay Sheets there with a great job from his corner spot.
After the incompletion, it'll be second down and 10. Lander still just barely on their own side of the 50. A little bit of formational confusion as the Tigers reset things late. Have to get everybody set for a full second before they snap this, and they do. It's Hollingshead who's calling for Burton now to vacate left. Oh boy. Got to snap it if you're the Tigers. It is Hollingshead. Throws over the middle. That is caught. A diving catch and a nice effort over the middle. Barrett Moffitt. They're going to say that hit the ground, though.
Yeah, looked just a little bit low, close to an impressive catch from Moffitt. Riverton defenders obviously wanted it to be incomplete, saying no catch, and the official right there said no catch as well. Lander looked a little disorganized from the start of that play.
Yeah, really late shifting. It was there to Barrett Moffitt over the middle. I think he had both hands on that ball and must have lost possession as I took my eyes away when he hit the ground. That's a big change of events here for third down and 10 now for the Lander Tigers. Still on their own 49 with 8:21 to go in the fourth. It'll be Hollingshead from the shotgun. He's looking right all the way. Now tucks it across the 50. Paxton Hollingshead dives ahead. They might give him the 45. It's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. Fourth down coming up.
Still 8:09 remaining, but 4th and 4, and so far, this the play of the game.
It's obviously a huge play both sides. 8 minutes even to go in the fourth. Two wide receivers either side. Ball's just about dead center of the field with Hollingshead from the shotgun, Cody West to his right. Riverton just rushes 4. Throw into the left flat is caught and pulled in for a Parker Burton reception. That's a conversion after a gain of 7 or 8 yards. Tigers move the sticks.
Huge conversion for Lander. Tiger supporters rise to their feet and then go silent again while their offense is working here at the Wolverine 37.
Yeah, big sigh of relief for Tiger fans. Riverton defense digs in once again. Trips wide side to the right. Hollingshead looking that way. Now tucks immediately again to the 35. Packs across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. That is going to be close to another Tiger first down. See where they spot it just a little bit short.
2nd and 1, and see if now is the time to take a shot for the end zone, perhaps.
Tempo now for the Lander Tigers with trips wide side left again, short side 1 to the right. This is the same formation for the Tigers, just flipped. It is a throw from Pack's right side, and that is brought in by Caleb Andrews, who's fighting forward for extra yards, pushed out of bounds at the end of the play. That's good enough for a Tiger first down inside the 20.
Riverton doesn't typically take a lot of timeouts on defense, but you burn those 2 timeouts in the third quarter. If you were thinking about maybe taking one to reset your defense and slow things down, you can't afford one here.
Clock rolling at 6:48. Hollingshead again with West to his right. Again, trips wide side left. This would be a give to Cody West up the middle. Cody is brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a very nice defensive play there from Cameron Vincent, but I think this one is coming back, although Hollingshead is telling his coach this is against Riverton. We will see.
2 flags on the play, and they came from opposite into the field. Looks like one of those reinforcement flags coming in from the line judge on the other side.
I thought I saw a hold against Vincent, meaning he was the one being held, but the indication is going to be a face mask against Riverton at the end of the play. It's not a huge yardage penalty there, Jared. It's going to march the ball, into the 5-yard line, just outside the 5. But first down for the Tigers. We've got a couple of receivers left and 2 attached right. Hollingshead from the shotgun. High snap. Gets to Cody West, but that high snap, which Hollingshead was lucky to corral, threw off the timing of that whole play, and Riverton was right there in the backfield for a loss of 4.
Yeah, Paxton with a great leap there, preventing disaster. You eat the loss there and try again on second down.
could have been just about all she wrote. The high snap has been an issue later in the season for the Tigers. Been a little bit better at that throughout the game today, but that would have been an ill-timed exchange error. Clock rolls under 6 to go. Second down and about 9 yards to go. Goal to go. Hollingshead empties Cody West from his left to attached right. Pax hitches, fumbles, and falls on it.
Braden Martin there for the hit, but Hollingshead recovers the football, so Lander will try one more time. This Riverton defense has been on the field a long time.
Braden Martin, very impressive coming off the edge there. We have a stoppage. Is this a Lander timeout? Yeah, I would think so.
I didn't see a signal which way, just that the official stopped play.
We're going to keep it right here. I do not want to miss this third down conversion, or play that's coming up. After the nice defensive line play, Hollingshead had the ball stripped, somehow fell right back on it from his blind side. And so with 5:38 to go, obviously a defining drive in this game for both teams, but Lander can't say they have to have this one quite yet, but would make things a lot easier from the Tiger perspective to get points here.
Yeah, if you don't pick it up, this becomes a very interesting decision. You've got a great kicker through the season so far in Caleb Andrews, still 5:38 remaining. Both teams down to just a single timeout, though.
It's interesting to see Riverton use both of those timeouts earlier in the half, and they used them not on consecutive, it would have been on consecutive plays, with one play in between them defensively. So that brings Riverton down to one timeout. Lander has now used both. It's going to be a third down and goal from about the 12-yard line. Right hash mark is Paxton Hollingshead. A couple of receivers wide side left. Everybody else is attached right, except for Cody West, who is to Hollingshead's right in the backfield. Shotgun. Should be a clean snap to Hollingshead. Hollingshead trying to step up. Now flips it into the flat. That's Finn McFadden diving for the end zone. Think he's a little bit short. And it's going to be 4th and goal from, where are they going to put this? The 1? Right inside the 1-yard line.
I am so glad I don't have to make decisions as a football coach in a game of this magnitude. 4th and very short.
Lander almost has to have it. That's exactly where that ball is spotted. It's actually right at the 1-yard line. Nose of the football is on the 1. 5:28 to go. Lander trailing by 10. Sight formation. Straight line wishbone behind Paxton Hollingshead. Pax turns. Gives to Parker Burton, who finds the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown. Who had Parker Burton taking that one in? All eyes in the building on Cody West. One of the smallest guys on Lander's team. Takes in a 4th and 1, and the Tigers are back within 4.
Burton almost untouched in on 4th and goal from the 1. It is a 4-point game, PAT pending with 5:25 remaining, as this one may come down to the wire after all.
PAT is up and blocked. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's no good. Riverton maintains a 17-13 lead. Back after this. This is County 10's coverage of the Keeper of the Goal game presented by Gambles.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The Tigers, the Wolverines. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's get back to the game on County10.com.
Thank you, John. Certainly gotten a lot better here in the 4th quarter as the Lander Tigers have narrowed the Riverton Wolverines' advantage to 17-13 following that most recent touchdown drive This is more what I think, Jared, people were expecting from this game. A little bit closer, one way or the other. As the Tigers will boot it away. That kick will check up at the 2 and, just barely bounce into the end zone. Mick Pryor for a drive recap. Mick.
Hey, Scott, Jared, that last drive, 11 plays, 51 yards for the Tigers, resulting in a touchdown. Ultimately, they missed the field goal, but 3:02 burned on the clock. So on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, 13 Tigers, 17 Wolverines with 5:25 left here in the fourth.
Thank you, Mick. It was a big drive from the Lander perspective, almost had to have it. Meanwhile, the Riverton Wolverines, historically, in the Mark Lenhart era, have been very good in these situations. Up by a little or even trailing, closing out a game. They'll start from the 20 after a touchback with Gattenbein from the shotgun. Option to the right, pitch to Saltzgaber. Hunter is going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That was Finn McFadden for a loss of about 2.
It's like a flip got switched with the momentum in this game. Lander has just dominated since about midway through the third quarter, and that continues with 5:05 remaining in the ball game now.
Miss PAT is very interesting just from a math standpoint. Makes overtime pretty unlikely, barring something crazy. You're going to have a winner in regulation one way or the other, I would think here. 2nd down and 12 after the Saltzgaber run loss. Gattenbein throwing into the right flat. Sheets was there and couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down and long coming up.
Going back to that block PAT, too, I believe that was Caden Liebrick, his 2nd block of the season. And 3rd and 12, not ideal for the Wolverines here, especially with this fired-up crowd.
See what head coach Lenhart dials up for the Wolverines on 3rd down and 12, still in the shadow of their own goalposts. And Gattenbein a shotgun snap. Blake pitches, pulls it down, throws it into the right flat. Some space there for a Riverton 1st down. It was a great job on the reception. Extra effort by Dane Cox.
That is really close. Riverton really wants the 1st down. Everybody, all 11 men basically signaling to move the sticks. And they're going to say it's just short.
Oh boy, what do you do here? So 4th down and 1. You are up 3 are the Wolverines. Still too much time on the clock from their standpoint now with 4:12 to go. And Riverton is going to show that they're going for this on 4th and 1, still inside their own 30-yard line. Very tight formation. Wolverines with only 1 timeout left. Gattenbein motion behind him. Saltzgaber dots the I, and Lander's going to use their last timeout here. So that's 3 that have been taken by Lander. Riverton has 1 in their pocket. We'll keep it right here with 3:55 to go on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, and a big 4th down and 1 upcoming. What do you call here, Jared? What do you like?
I told you this is why I don't want to be a coach, and I would rather just talk about how fun this game is. If you're going for it, I think you got to give it to Saltzgaber. I think you got to follow those big blockers that have given you 3rd and 4th down conversions when you've needed them through the season. I would give it to Saltzgaber. Follow Paxton Yates. Follow Braden Martin. But, man, this is a big decision. Deep in your own territory, 3:55 remaining, 4-point game. And this is exactly what you want in a Fremont County rivalry.
Heard it here first. Triple reverse halfback pass is Jared's call. No, I'm
Spider 2 Y banana.
I am with you 100%. We'll see what head coach Lenhart dials up following the Lander timeout, 4th down and 1. Exact same type formation for the Riverton Wolverines. Gattenbein's going to be from the shotgun this time. He's going to take it himself. Blake is contacted at the line of scrimmage. Going to depend on the spot right at the 30. Boy, this is close. This is close. We're going to see where they put this football down, and that's going to determine a lot in this game.
A nose of the football resting on the 40. And they're going to give him a 1st down.
That'll be a Lander Tiger 1st down by the a Riverton Wolverines 1st down by the nose of the football. Blake Gattenbein getting just enough on the quarterback draw from the shotgun, interestingly, there. Following his offensive line, which has been great. So a big Wolverine conversion. RHS can exhale a little bit with 3.5 to go. Still on their own 30-yard line, though. And this will be Blake Gattenbein from under center this time. He has 1 receiver that now he brings from left to right in motion. That I think was Saltzgaver, who was met in the backfield and driven back. They're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up.
Big-time pursuit from Lander's defense, really stringing out the play, and they've done such a good job on first downs the last 2 times to force Riverton to work at 2nd and longs.
3 minutes even, and the clock rolls. Lander's out of timeouts now. They've used all 3. Riverton has just 1 remaining. It is the Wolverines by 4 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, taking all the time they can in the huddle. They are trying to make this the last drive of the game for all practical purposes. Lander trying to get a 3-and-out, preferably sooner than not. And now Riverton has taken their last timeout, so nobody has any. This is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold. Back after this.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back to more rivalry football. Here's Jared Anderson and Scott Fuller.
So the Riverton Wolverines have taken their last timeouts. Lander is out of timeouts as well. 2:40 to go. Wolverines have a 2nd down and 10 from their own 30 following the timeouts. Gettenbein from under center gives to Saltzgaver, who has room up the middle. Nice fall forward for Saltzgaver.
Flag on the play.
See what that indication is. Not a favorable spot for Saltzgaver either. I thought he got a yard more than that, but it's not going to matter. The indication is against the Wolverines. See what the official call is. That's another hold. 3rd one tonight against RHS's otherwise outstanding offensive line. Second and manageable becomes 2nd and a lot more. All the way back to the 21, maybe the 20-yard line.
Interesting play calling all the way down the stretch here, but 2nd and 20, clock moving at 2:30. Do you milk the clock? Do you try to pick up a chunk here? Interesting.
Everybody is tight in this formation. A little confusion there from Blake Gettenbein. Now the line judge is going to trot over and talk to the referee. Nobody has any timeouts left. I don't think Lander tried to take the timeout, but I'm not sure if this is a discussion about the spots or the clock, which is now stopped with the consultation at 2:26 to go. 17-13, 4-point Riverton Wolverine lead. These next 2 or 3 plays, huge for both teams. Riverton trying to seal a Keeper of the Gold game that would give them win number 6 on the season. Lander trying to preserve a perfect 6-0 season with a win. Head coach Jim Burton is getting an explanation about something from the referee. He's joined there by the line judge. I'm not sure if it's a spot issue. Can't imagine what else it might be. But he's gotten the explanation that he's going to get anyway. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 20. As the ball is at Riverton's 20-yard line. RHS line to gain is about the 40-yard line. Clock's rolling at 2:35 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Getting into first down wins this game territory for the Riverton Wolverines. They've got one more hill to climb offensively first. A lot of green in front of them. Finally ready to go with 2:18. Gettenbein from the shotgun, motion in front of him. This will be a play action throw into the left flat. Ball is caught with some space. That's Cox, and he is brought down a couple of yards on that game, but that's about it. Maybe shy of the 25-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Lander hoping he was knocked out of bounds. Official says keep that clock moving. We're inside of 2 minutes to go now, but third and very long for Riverton.
If Lander gets this ball back, it's going to be with less than 45 seconds remaining, and they have to stop a first down here.
And you need 6.
Do need 6 with that blocked PAT following the last Lander score. Third down and about 16 yards to go. Riverton's going to go a little bit wider this time. 2 wide side to the right, 2 short side left. It is Gattenbein looking to throw all the way. Screen pass is set up to Solzgaver. Solzgaver makes one Tiger miss, falls forward to the 36-yard line. It's going to be fourth down, but after that screen, big chunk for the Wolverines. They're only going to have to get about 4 yards.
Like the play call there on third and long from Coach Lenhart. Hunter did a good job of executing it, too, after the catch, and did a good job to cut back into the field away from the Tiger bench to stay in bounds. But you give Lander a chance.
Wolverines are going to show punt, and Finn McFadden late to get back there. I like this call, too. Punt takes more time off the clock than a regular play would if Riverton does not get this first down. The game clock is now at 39 seconds and rolling. RHS showing a punt. See if they actually do kick the ball with 32 seconds remaining. They do. Boots away. And Finn McFadden is back there to receive it, but he's going to let it go. That worked out perfectly for the Wolverines. Time continuing to tick off all the way down to 20 seconds remaining in this game, and it pins Lander all the way back to the 15-yard line.
That was one of Gage Treber's best punts of the entire season. Frankly, they haven't needed him a lot. They haven't brought out the punting unit a lot this season, but that was a big boot from Gage. And then because Finn let the ball roll, they used some extra time, but 20 seconds on the clock. Lander's got a chance. They got to move it 85 yards with 20 seconds to go.
Lander has no timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. They have to get out of bounds, or obviously the clock stops on an incompletion.
And it stops briefly on a first down.
It does. That's true to reset things. Lander with 85 yards in front of them on first down and 10, but the clock at 20 seconds, more of a factor. Hollingshead from the shotgun. He's looking at Finn McFadden all the way. Throws into the right flat. It's Finn who dropped the ball. Finn couldn't come down with a reception. 5 seconds run off the clock. Not the worst outcome for the Lander Tigers. Second down coming up. Yeah, Finn dropped it. He was going toward the sideline. Had he caught that and been tackled in bounds, the game might be close to over. This way, the Tigers, if they do things smartly and have some luck bounce their way, you may have 2 plays left. This is where you got that hook and ladder. Maybe you've worked on in practice or something fun, something crazy for exactly this moment.
Riverton coaching staff telling that secondary to get back.
Hollingshead, you would think, is looking for McFadden again. Finn from slot right, actually attaches closer this time. Hollingshead drops back to pass. Now he's looking. Clock continues to roll at 9 seconds remaining. Heaves it down the field. It's incomplete. We're down to 6 seconds remaining in the game.
Solzgaver nearly there for the interception that time. 6 seconds, you'd think, pending a penalty, could be the last play of the game.
And it's a tall order for the Lander Tigers. Credit to the Riverton defense. Lander's been a little bit more effective here in the second half, but RHS did what they needed to, certainly in the first half, and have done what they needed to so far. -1 play remaining here in this game to close out what's been ultimately a fun, entertaining keeper of the goal game. 17-13. Lander hoping for a miracle. 85 yards in front of them, and again, 6 seconds left on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 2 wide side right receivers, and now a delay of game with a very unhappy head coach Jim Burton off of the sideline, talking to his quarterback.
There's not a lot of 85-yard plays in your playbook. There's even less 90-yard plays in your playbook.
Yeah, that is true. It would take quite something. And meanwhile, the Riverton Wolverines looking for win number 6 on the season, and looking to come away with bragging rights and then some from this highly anticipated renewal of this Keeper of the Gold game. Hollingshead from the shotgun. Ball's now back to Lander's own 10-yard line. You got 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Pax is going to step up, flips it to the far sideline. This is going to be pitched back to an offensive lineman who is tackled by the Riverton Wolverines. And the Wolverines have held off Lander to take the 2025 edition of Keeper of the Gold on the road at LVHS. Final score, Wolverines 17, Lander Tigers 13. The Bailey Tire Pro postgame show is coming up next. This is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold presented by Gambles.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Looking for a trusted partner in your financial journey? At Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Coverage of the 129th Keeper of the Gold game continues now on County10.com.
We have gone final in Lander. Keeper of the Gold, 17-14 final score with the Riverton Wolverines coming out on top. Nice moment here just a moment ago with both teams, Lander and Riverton, meeting at midfield at the 50-yard line. Hope to hear from some of the coaches, hopefully both of them, here on the Bailey Tire Pro postgame show. Bailey Tire, proud to support our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops, 755 South Federal in Riverton, 1305 West Main in Lander. Let's recap how that game ended up, Mick Pryor, with an entertaining conclusion to this one. Riverton getting the job done. Lander coming up a little bit short in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so Scott, let's go back 2 drives to the Riverton 6th drive of the game. They started out on their own 20-yard line with 5:25 left in the fourth quarter. and ultimately managed to make, in 9 plays, 16 total yards. But the damage was done, Scott. Realistically, that burned up 5:05 on the clock. The key part of that was in that first drive, 4th and 1, with a nose to go. Basically, a scuffle right there at the line of scrimmage, and a favorable spot by a nose for the Wolverines. That, I think, was, if you wanted to call a key part of the game, that was a critical spot that put us into a situation where Lander would take the punt with roughly 20 seconds left, and 3 and out.
Thank you, Mick. It was entertaining down to the wire. Had just about everything you could hope for. In fact, in that first half, you had Riverton going for it on a fake punt on 4th down. It came down on that particular drive that Mick just mentioned to the spot of the ball, but we kind of thought that this matchup, in some ways, it deserves to be that close when it comes down to a spot of the ball.
Scott, quite frankly, this was, and if we were thinking about this in hand grenades or horseshoes, this is a tie game in that respect. I would give Riverton absolutely the coin of momentum in the first half, but quite frankly, midway through the third, Lander started to steal it back, and boy, I'd say, Scott, if we had 30, 40 seconds extra on this game, this scoreboard would look totally different.
Lander made it fun at the end. Mick Pryor, thank you for your service all season, and also thank you for helping out the broadcast here tonight.
Oh, my pleasure, Scott.
There's Mick Pryor.
Go Tigers.
He had to sneak that in there. Jared Anderson's in the broadcast booth. Wow. So overall impressions on this one. What parts of this were what you were expecting, and what parts took you by surprise?
The parts I was expecting were mid-third quarter down to the fourth quarter, where you didn't know what the outcome of the game was going to be. I thought we would have that pretty much all game long. First half felt like, boy, Riverton might get on top here and roll in this one, up 17-0 at halftime. But give kudos to this Lander squad. They were resilient, and really that Saltz gave her kick on that 20-play drive, coming away with no points there, was the turning point. Lander went on a very long scoring drive and made this one very interesting. Expected it to be a 3 or a 4 point game. I expected maybe a little bit more points. I thought the fireworks we saw in the first half from Riverton might continue through the game, but kind of a slugfest in the end. And sometimes football in these tense games with a lot on the line come down to little teeny things like a spot here and there, going for a fake punt. Just a lot of decisions that led to Riverton ultimately coming out barely on top.
It was an entertaining game throughout. Just from taking both fan bases aside, the game got a little bit more interesting in the fourth quarter there, and Lander showing a little bit more defensively what they've done to other teams throughout the season. Having said that, Riverton offensively, Hunter Saltz gave her very impressive. What else is new? I like the contributions from Sheets and from Cox as well, and Blake Attenbine with a good game. I actually think both quarterbacks had a pretty good game. Hollingshead a little bit slower of a start as Lander tried to establish things offensively, and give credit to Riverton's secondary to shut them down throughout the game a little bit. But more or less, kind of what we thought it would be. Someone's got to come out on top, and you knew after that blocked PAT that we weren't going to have some kind of overtime magic either way. It was then a 4-point game, so that's also a quiet, big play by the Riverton Wolverines special teams unit, and ended up being a 4-point Riverton Wolverine victory. Once again, Bailey Tire Pros post-game show, proud supporter of local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton, 1305 West Main in Lander. Head coach Jim Burton, thank you for an entertaining game. A lot of effort, a lot of work put in by both these squads, I know, all week long. And came down to the wire. You guys showed up in the second half, made things close. What were your overall impressions of this one?
You know, we got a slow start. We lose the turnover battle 1-0. That's hard to come back from. But we had opportunities, especially early. We had opportunities. Guys are open. We underthrow one, we overthrow one, we miss a block. We had our chances in the first half. We didn't take it. Second half, defense is lights out. That's crazy. Shut those guys out at half. Okay, not many teams do that. And that John Rounds has those guys going. Just a few miscommunications early on defense. And then offensively, we got to take advantage of those opportunities. We got guys running open, and we, just the ball was not flat enough. We got caught up on guys open. Where the ball's right there. We're almost there. And then second half, same thing. We missed an opportunity on a deep ball, a couple of opportunities deep, and then just ran out of time.
Coach, what was the main adjustment you made in that midway through the third quarter that really started to change the tide of momentum? It looked like that was about where things started to catch traction for you. What did you?
Coach Rounds came through and we just said, look, count zero. It's the same as all year, right? It doesn't matter. We got to win the second half, which we did, but just not enough to overcome what we let them get in the first half. And then we adjusted some of the fronts that we were in as far as who's where, because they were running, trying to run away from our big dudes, and we just said, okay, we can't do that anymore. So we just adjusted where the interior was lined up. We adjusted a few drops. Nothing. Again, it's not rocket science. It's football. It comes back around, and just Coach Rounds made great adjustments defensively and offense. We tried a little tempo, tried to get them off their heels because they weren't ready for us to run a little tempo, and then we dang near did it. But again, we run out of time. That fourth down play where they get it, that's the key.
Yeah.
And down here, we're trying to run, the tricky crap at the 10-yard line, and it didn't work, and that's on me. That's some situational awareness that we got to work on, and that's a coaching thing, and that's me.
Coach, you were within the margin, and this is a tough one to give away a game ball on. But who are you going to give your game ball to? There were a lot of players making key plays.
Parker and Darian on the outside wrapping up Saltzgaber all over. Coming up, the big fella's hitting Gattenbein, and you got Finn both sides, whether he's trying to catch a ball or trying to run the ball, or he dang near gets in the end zone over here on that play, and we're trying to move him around. I don't know. I probably give it to the defensive line that second half.
I tend to agree. They did a great job stopping.
I can't. Those guys they stepped up. They did what we asked them to do.
Head coach Jim Burton, we got 2 road games to finish up the year. We'll see you next week at Rollins on a Thursday night. Thank you for your time.
Thanks Go Coach. Tigers.
Head coach Jim Burton following a 17-14 loss in the Keeper of the Gold game. And I thought pretty well said there by Coach about game of inches, and it certainly came down to that cliche, but it's true, of a game of inches in that second half, and especially Jared Anderson in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, just so many 50-50 scenarios where you see those fourth and short conversions. And all the way back into the first half, there were some coaching decisions that I thought impacted the game long term. So many moments you can point to that were pivots to which way this was going to go, but ultimately a really good game. And kudos to these two groups of kids. Everything I've seen here tonight, sometimes we talk rivalries, and it feels like, to me, this is an outsider perspective, it's kind of the adults, the old-timers that are going at it with each other. I was on the field in the pregame, and a couple of Riverton kids went over and shook Braden Baker's hand. After Braden went down, I talked to Coach Lenhart, who asked if I'd heard anything, and he said, let me know as soon as you do so I can give him a call. I'd like to call his family. And he thought of him again on the Porter's Tailgate show. They got together at midfield, and it's just cool to see. I know these kids get along well for the most part off the field. You want the bragging rights. Rivalries are fun because there is a little bit of bitterness, and you're going to talk about it for years and years, but good groups of kids on both sides, it feels like.
I would agree with that. And yeah, you're right. It's the Riverton Lander thing, and maybe I have a slightly different perspective as an outsider, but your generation that came up in high school and maybe older, there's an undercurrent there of something, but I've been impressed in the Riverton Wolverines, who are still on your team, that I've had the chance to interact with a little bit, and the Lander Tigers. These are young men. I mean, these are guys who they're going to come out here and they're both going to want that game. But you saw the nice interaction at the 50-yard line, right on the Tiger logo. This is not a rivalry where, yes, there was a police escort coming into town for the Wolverines because that's a fun thing to do. But I've seen rivalries where you don't shake hands after the game and the cops are right there on the sideline. This is a much more healthy rivalry, and I think there's a mutual respect for these two teams in particular this year, where both came in saying, we're going to play our best, but I'm not sure if we're going to win.
I hope everybody had the opportunity to go check out Randy Tucker's game preview, the County Competitor Series at county10.com. He interviewed 6 different kids, 3 from each side, and got quotes about the opponents.
That was great.
They go back to middle school, how Lander and Riverton went back and forth in their middle school games, then Lander won when they were youngsters, and Riverton's won the last couple now. So they've gone back and forth against each other through the years. But every single one of those quotes was, we respect the other side so much. They have great players on the other side so much. Of course we want to beat them. But I thought the kids handled themselves really, really nicely on both sides. Lander fans have, I know you're feeling a little deflated, but man, you've got so much to look forward to going forward. The season's been unbelievable for you. And it is not over by any means yet. This could be a refocuser moment down the stretch. You've got a couple of very winnable games, with all due respect to Rollins and Buffalo. Rollins is very down. Buffalo's a scrappy squad, but a winnable game for Lander. And then you head into the playoffs, and who knows what can happen there, and still very much expecting a Halloween night playoff game right here at Lander Valley High School if all goes according to plan.
I think both teams have that October 31st date scheduled. Mick Pryor.
It's Scott. So just kind of adding up all of this, and I was going crazy for a second because I couldn't quite account for all the time, but because of quite a bit. And like, interestingly, some of those runs off the kickoffs, I don't count those in my play. So here's how it ended up in offense. So for Lander, 1958 of possession, 232 total yards, 56 plays. Riverton, 24 minutes, 45 seconds of total time possession, 259 yards, 58 plays. So a 2-play delta between Lander and Riverton.
Wow. And
roughly speaking, what is that? That's 27 yards of difference in offense.
And both teams well below, based on those numbers, well below their per game total offensive stats, too. Both these teams coming in ranked, I think it was 2nd and 3rd in 3A, which is really impressive in 3A. You got some big offenses in Cody and Star Valley, among others. So, it was a feel-you-out defensive highlight kind of game based on those numbers, Mick.
Yeah, Scott, and quite frankly, totally, really, Lander came on, and if you look at Riverton's first half numbers, remember, 171 yards of offense, so roughly speaking, less than 100 yards in that, actually less than 90 yards in that second quarter, but about 14, almost 14 minutes eaten up in that second half for Riverton. They killed it on the clock. They won on the clock. They did not necessarily they won on the scoreboard, of course, but they really won on the clock. That was the key to the game.
Ended up being the biggest drive of the game for either team, for sure. Let's take one more break here on the Bailey Auto Pros postgame show and come back to wrap things up from LVHS. Once again, Riverton Wolverines win the 129th rendition of the Keeper of the Gold game by a final score of 17-14. This is County 10's coverage of Keeper of the Gold, presented by Gambles.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
For a trusted partner in your financial journey? At Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. Farm Agency. We'll be here for you.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
It's red, it's green, and we're not talking Christmas, baby. It's rivalry football time. The Riverton Wolverines and the Lander Tigers, a battle for Fremont County bragging rights.
And the Riverton Wolverines are in those bragging rights once again this season, knocking off Lander 17-13. Riverton running back, defensive back, kicker. There's nothing he doesn't do. Hunter Saltzgaver with us here on the Bailey Tire Pros Post Game Show. Hunter, how you feeling after that one?
I'm feeling great, man. Like, we've worked for this all year, and yeah, it was just a blessing to be out there and get some great competition out of Lander.
You've had some tough games this season. I think back to that Douglas game. You wanted to beat Douglas so bad. Have you seen an opponent as tough as Lander tonight?
Honestly, yeah, that's the toughest team we've played this year. I'll be honest. Like, Gavin, Cody, those boys on defense, like, they come down and hit. And yeah, it was new to us, honestly, like a good defensive threat like that. Yeah, they gave us great competition. So yeah.
You are so good no matter where you are with the ball, carrying the ball. Do you like those between the tackles, or do you like bouncing to the outside a little bit more where there's space? What do you prefer?
Honestly, I just like to get out in space, but I'm fine with having to go like hard yards like this game and Douglas. Like, yeah, obviously, I mean, running back's dream is to get out in space, but yeah, when like I know that it's going to be a tough game where I got to get hard yards, like that's how it is, man. So yeah, I'm just looking to get the best out of every game.
You can also routinely kick it through the back of the end zone. I don't think people realize how hard that is to do. Is that just
it is not? Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of effort. Like freshman year, I was probably going to like the 2015, it was pretty rough. So, and then yeah, just over time you kind of mature, and a lot of work, and Lenhart puts so much emphasis on special teams that I've been able to get great reps at it. So yeah, I like to give the credit to the special team coaches, Nick and Lenhart.
What was it like down there at the end? You get that Keeper of the Gold trophy. What was that celebration like with your team?
I mean, it's everything. It's what we've worked for our whole year. I mean, I didn't want to say it because, you know, we gotta stay level-headed, but this was, I mean, my personal biggest game. Like, this was my Super Bowl. So, yeah, nothing feels better to be able to do it for the boys.
Were you aware, I'm sure you were, you can be honest now, that you were going to probably surpass 1,000 rushing yards?
Yes. Yeah, no, it's been a blessing. My O-line has just done great. They really don't get enough credit. Like, I'd love to take all the credit for that record or possible record, 1,000 yards or whatever, but honestly, it's the big boys up front getting a push for me. So, yeah, no, that's a good goal for me, though, is a record like that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Hunter, appreciate you. I'm going to get some of your teammates on here, but great job, and we'll look forward to next Friday.
Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely. Hunter Saltzgaver joining us here. Another phenomenal performance. Riverton quarterback Blake Gattenbein. Next up here on the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show, again, Riverton knocking off Lander 17-13. Blake, how you feeling after this one?
Amazing. So pumped up. It was such a fun game to play in. It was very nerve-wracking, though, I would say.
You've got a lot of season left. I know we're looking ahead to a couple more regular season games, playoffs down the road. And I'm not asking you to sum things up quite yet because you got a bunch more, but your senior year, where does this rank among the memories you've built so far in the games you've played?
I would say it's definitely up there competition-wise, and then also just being the Lander-Riverton rival and conference. It's one of the biggest games that I've played in. I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life.
You look so comfortable in the pocket this year, and you have you were last year too, but it looks like that comfortability has continued to develop. Are you seeing the field well? Do you think you've taken another step in your play overall this season?
Yeah, I would say that I got a little bit better since last year, but it's the line. You got to feel comfortable with those guys.
What is it about this offensive line group? And I know it helps to have a guy like Hunter Saltzgaver behind you and your cast of receivers, but what is it about those big guys up front?
Well, they're not the biggest line in the state, but they work their butts off every day of the week, all the time, and it's you know that you can count on them.
What are you going to do this weekend? You got any celebration plans?
Probably going to go golf, honestly.
All right. How's your golf game? How's it compare to football?
Not good.
Fair. You got 2 more home games to close out the regular season, probably, hopefully, some home field playoff games. But for folks thinking about coming out the next couple of weeks, what do you say to them? Should they come out and cheer you guys on?
100%. It's going to be a fun game, no matter what.
All right, man. It's been a blast watching you. Congrats on a big win, but appreciate you all season long. You've been a lot of fun to watch.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Blake Gettenbein, Wolverine quarterback. We got one more here on the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show. We'll put the headset on Dane Cox. Again, Riverton knocking off Lander 17-13. Dane, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. This has been a really fun game. One of my favorite I've ever been a part of, for sure.
What going into this one, what did you expect from Lander, and how did it differ from what you actually saw on the field?
I expected them to put up a really good game. I mean, they've been 5-0. They have really good players coming up and doing everything with them. And playing them before last year, I knew they wanted to come back and get it with us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a fun game. Played really hard, both sides, and it was just fun.
How's your confidence overall progressing through the season? Are you feeling more comfortable each game? And do guys like Blake and Hunter help your confidence?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I love knowing Hunter's going to be able to get some space, break free through the line. I love having my big boys, of course. I know they're going to do their job, and I love having Blake being able to throw me the ball. It always finds me.
And there's so many receiving targets, too, that Blake gets to choose from. Does that take the pressure off of everybody that you've got a whole cast of guys that may come up with the reception?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when we have all-state level receivers, they're all able to do things when they get the ball. I mean, Clay's one of the fastest people I know, and just knowing I have him, Gage, Peyton, Eric, everybody coming to back us up, it's a really good feeling to have.
Yeah, for sure. Who's the best athlete in your family? I remember your brother was pretty darn good last year.
Me, for sure.
Blake and Hunter are backing you up there, too. All right. Yeah. Well, congratulations again. I know we're looking at Torrington next week and a couple more home games. How good is it going to feel to get back in front of your home fans?
Oh, it's going to be great. I love the home atmosphere. I love playing in front of our fans. And I love everything about it. I love going up to my mom after the game and hugging them, too. Just a great feeling.
Oh, I love that. All right, Dane Cox, congratulations. Great win. Congrats to you all, and appreciate you taking a few minutes for all of my dumb questions. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Dane Cox joining us here on the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show. Riverton victorious over Lander 17-13. We'll let these gentlemen get out of here so that head coach Mark Lenhart can make his way into the box now. And again, Riverton back at home a week from tonight with the Torrington Trailblazers coming to town. That'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff at Wolverine Field. Hard-fought Riverton victory tonight, 17-13 over Lander. Head coach Mark Lenhart joins us now. Coach, there was a little bit of worry there for me in the second half that I was going to have to interview you, and I didn't know what to ask. I was preemptively worried, but luckily it panned out from a Riverton perspective. How are you feeling right now?
Well, momentum's a crazy thing, and when you don't put a good team away, that's what's going to happen. I thought we did a good job chewing up a lot of clock on that first drive in the third quarter, which ultimately helped to leave them not enough time to come back. And, that's a good team. I mean, they're huge up front, and they did a good job covering us tonight, and I thought that our guys just found a way to get it done. But it was just nice to find a way to win the game. Rivalry games are crazy, and, I mean, you look at the Cody Star Valley game, similar type deal. It's as the season wears on, more and more tape gets out there, and it's just very, very difficult to score. Like, you'll see the scores, and I think I said that earlier this year on one of the broadcasts, that in the summer now everybody's doing 7-on-7. They're throwing, they're working on their offense, they're doing all these different things, and nobody's doing defense. So I think the offenses anymore at this level are ahead of the defenses early in the season. But the more tape that gets out there, there's only so many tricks that you can do. The tackling improves. And I think people just find a way, and the scouting just gets harder as you get into league play. So, proud of our guys, found a way to get it done. That's 3 in a row over Lander, which in Fremont County, that's a big deal for our fan base and for our kids and families. But I got to give a lot of credit to Lander. I mean, they didn't lay down. They fought back, and, special teams won the game tonight. I thought the fake punt, I thought the punt at the end by Gage Treber, we did enough things in that facet of the game that it felt like whenever they had to go, Hunter's kickoffs can't be overstated. For 2 years in a row, I thought we did a pretty good job on McFadden, all things considered. I think that, they got a great O-line, great back, and Hollingshead's a good quarterback, but I think McFadden's kind of the key to their team, because when they can get that passing game going with him, they're kind of two-dimensional, and then it makes it very tough to stop them.
This feels like it's going to work into your coaching favor going forward, preaching do the little things well, special teams, converting on those 4th and shorts. Like, so many fundamental little things in a game like this have to happen for you to come out on top.
Yeah, no, I and the crew did a great job tonight. I didn't like the spot. I thought Dane got it, and I didn't think it was a great spot. We may have been a little short, but it was close. But with the momentum being the way it was, and I feel like if we had to punt the ball back to him, who knows if we stop him. So it wasn't a difficult decision for me. I thought we did just enough to be able to get that 2 yards.
The decision to go for it there on 4th and 1, I know you summed it up right there, but you as a coach, are you in the moment? Is your chest pounding? What are you feeling?
Yeah, but we have a mantra in our program, no fear of failure. And people have said this in football for a long time. If you can't get a yard, you don't deserve to win the game. And, we didn't get it by a lot, but we were able to get just enough. And so proud of our guys. Thought we really, really gutted it out. But, we got to play 4 full quarters as we continue to move forward. But enjoy this tonight. We found a way to win. We kept that trophy, and, super proud of our guys. And we'll get going and get to work next week on Torrington. But we're a little banged up, beat up, and definitely wore out after this physical affair.
Yeah, you get to play your next couple at home, and then probably some home playoff games too, if all goes according to plan. So, again, shout out to all Wolverine fans. I know it makes a big difference for your kids when they show up and cheer loud.
Yeah, no doubt. And we had a great crowd here tonight, and it's just a lot of pride. Feel good about it. But definitely, I want to come out here, and I know we're rivals, but got to give Lander a ton of credit. I can't say that enough of the way they fought back. And so we were able to get just enough done.
Yeah, definitely. You get a police escort on the way home, or was that just on the way over?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't know. They may have to drop me off at the casino. I need some downtime. So I need some mindless thinking of just staring at a screen.
Sounds good. Enjoy that this weekend. Congrats on the win. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks a bunch, Jared. Appreciate
Absolutely. Mark Lenhartz, head coach of the Wolverines, joining us here after the victorious effort, 17-13, Riverton knocking off the Lander Tigers. We're going to get Scott Fuller back on with us here as the Bailey Tire Pros post-game show will wrap up in another 60 seconds. We'll get our final thoughts on this right after this timeout. You've been listening to the Wolverines and the Tigers on 105.1 Jack FM, 1330 KOVE, and County10.com.
Looking for a trusted partner in your financial journey? At Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
And one more time, back at Bill Bush Stadium here in Lander, Wyoming. Keeper of the Gold game goes to the Riverton Wolverines by a final score of 17-13 as we wrap up the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show. Proud to support our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton, 1305 West Main in Lander. Jared Anderson, final thoughts on an RHS victory?
It's just a great season for both of these teams, and a pleasure to be part of a ball game like this, especially one that comes down to the wire like this one did. And, you know, no matter which one of these teams you're rooting for tonight, I think you've got a lot to hold your head up high about and be proud about. There's a lot of football left for Lander. They've got a good opportunity to go on the road and win another couple and then get right back here and maybe host a playoff game. And Riverton now in the driver's seat in the 3A West. They'll be the number one seed there for now. We'll see what happens the next couple of weeks at home for Riverton. But hypothetically, and I'll be the media guy that does this, hypothetically, Riverton's got a chance at 4 consecutive home games if they win out, basically, if they get to the playoffs and advance to the semifinals. And, if you got to eventually go against a Star Valley or a Cody looking that far ahead, then you want them at home. So we'll see what happens there. Star Valley did knock off Cody tonight in number 1 versus 2 matchup, 14-7. But first things first, Riverton's got Torrington next week to deal with at home, and Lander goes on the road to Rollins next Thursday.
That Rollins game is a Thursday night game. That's a 6 o'clock start from Rollins. We'll have coverage for you back on 1330 KOVE radio as well as county10.com. That was a heck of a lot of fun. Great call, Jared. Thank you for sharing it with me, for our whole crew of Jason Peterson and Dalton Cruz and Mick Pryor, who made this broadcast possible. We're going to sign off. Once again, final score from Lander Valley High School. Riverton 17, victorious over Landers 14 in the Keeper of the